Are you in the market for an apocalypse vehicle? Then come by the Dix Division Prepper Warehouse today. We have many treaded models to suit any terrain, but if you're planning on staying in town, we have that covered too. Great for the farm and the luxury garage. Dix Division Prepper Warehouse has exactly what you need. Open late Mondays and Thursdays on Comix Division's channel.
Jesus, 45 long colt is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Wow, it's like a buck around.
You're not going to find any of the self-defense ammo because I bought it all.
You can get Colt 45 at a package store or even a corner mart for pretty cheap nowadays.
That's right. You can.
They sell it at 7-Eleven in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, Billy D. Williams will drive Colt 45 to your house.
Oh man,
worth a relapse.
Oh yeah,
smooth taste of Colt 45 malt liquor. Well, it's malt liquor. That's not really booze, right?
It's like a pretend.
It's medium booze.
It's
Mickey's Big Mouths.
Oh,
you know, after the third one,
yes.
It's not so bad.
Yeah, after the seventh one, your friends have to talk you out of getting the Bumblebee tattoo on you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
the
God
Hornets.
for those guys.
Gosh.
Well, if they're your real friends, they will
Yeah.
talk you out of getting the Bumblebee tattoo.
Yeah. Well, thank God for those guys because I literally was going to get it in places, different spots.
What now?
Do what to what?
I could
What's spots?
excuse you getting a Super Bee tattoo, but Bumblebee?
No, it wasn't a Bumblebee. It's the what did you just call that liquor? They came in the little grenade bottles.
Mickey's Big Mouth.
Mickey Big
They
Mouth.
had the 44 ounce and the 22 ounce Hornet.
Yeah,
they
whatever
called
the
it.
one that
was
looked like the grenade toxic.
That was the Big Mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah,
No matter
those
what, I
were
would have
awful.
regretted it. I would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yes, it's Talks in Space. I quickly realized that I had a Christmas background still going on and switched it to space.
Well, you know, my avatar still has a Santa hat on, so.
It looked really good.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It's Christmas until January 6th. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
What happens January 6th? Are they doing a holiday for that now? Is that AOC Survival Day or something?
My mom was Catholic, and it was like it's not All Saints Day, Three Kings Day, I believe, or something like that, or something with like I don't know, crazy people that were miles away from something and say their lives were in threat. I don't know, something like that. But it has to do with Jesus or communism.
Wait, you talking about Christmas?
No, I think it's called. Yeah, that too. That's
Jesus or communism.
January 6th, which is kind of fun. I believe it's Three Kings Day. Help me in the chat. You guys are smart. And
way smarter than we are.
You assume a whole lot.
Yeah. It is Dix Division. They are funny though.
Well, they're funny.
They're funny.
Boy.
I'm talking about the panel. The chat is brilliant.
I've seen Epiphany mentioned in the chat. Is it Epiphany? Is that what we're talking about?
No, Diablo Day.
That is
yes. Yeah.
So one group calls it the Epiphany, but another group, I think it's the Three Kings or something day. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up now, and I'm gonna shut up.
Isn't that like a movie about? Yeah, I was gonna say.
Gold.
Are we dropping money in?
Stealing the gold.
Now this is a doctor, so obviously this is going to be true here. 12 days of Christmas until Three Kings Day and Epiphany.
He looks very trustworthy. It's not like he would say the N-word at all.
No.
Now, is Epiphany one of the female characters in She-Hulk?
I believe she's a stripper.
Yeah, she was
the
Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah.
Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Epiphany.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird.
She'll give you an epiphany.
Yeah.
That's not bass. That's impact tremors. Here comes Epiphany.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's coming towards us.
Yes. So before we get started, WG gifted 10 memberships.
Hey, WG. I've got
nice.
I get. What do I do for that? Okay, he gets one of these.
Fuck you, Gilded!
That's not what I meant. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
Hey,
We're off to a roaring start.
we are.
Hell yeah.
James Hurley, Comix Division and crew. I am glad Avatar 2 is out grossing all the Marvel movies released this year, because this is telling that the MCU is dying. Well, and the funny thing too, I know we kind of talked about this on Monday, which we can go into more detail today, since today is the pop culture day. Even with its, high grossing numbers, it's still not doing all that great, I guess.
It was boring.
It wasn't what they were looking for.
It was certainly not what they were looking for.
So would you say it's like the Star Wars trilogy, where they made a couple of billion, but they didn't make the 6 billion they should have?
Yes.
Would you say it's like that?
Yeah. Well, with the my whole thing, I've said this many times before with the sequel trilogy. That number should have been going up rather than going down, right? It's like each movie made less and less money,
Right.
where each movie should be making progressively more money.
More
Numbers
number.
of money.
The green stuff.
The green stuff. Yeah.
more number.
Whereas like what you saw all leading up to Endgame being like the highest grossing Marvel film.
Right.
Everything else basically is diminishing returns at this point.
Right. Well, I mean, you could sell the Marvel thing, because literally they jammed in Captain Marvel in between, and it grossed right over $1 billion, because people thought I might have to see the end credit.
Right.
Well, and on top
didn't
of
wanna
that
miss
too, let's be honest, the Marvels, when it comes out, it's not breaking $1 billion.
No.
God, no.
No.
I don't see another Marvel movie breaking $1 billion without any of the original cast.
Deadpool.
Deadpool, maybe.
Is
Yeah,
that
that depends
is that
on what
considered a Marvel movie, though?
Deadpool's now Disney, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
depending
Ryan
on
Reynolds.
how they handle that.
I have actually faith in Ryan Reynolds, and he said he wouldn't do Deadpool if he couldn't do it the right way. So
Well, it all depends on the stacks of cash they drop on his front lawn.
I
right?
would totally sell out.
Okay, so Wakanda Forever just broke 800 million.
800 million.
Yeah, I mean, well, the funny thing is that
Ouch.
you look at the projection rates. So
Oh yeah.
it
Wow.
dipped up here. It was under. It dipped. This is basically the week of Thanksgiving, where there was basically no competition. It dipped over where this projection mark, and then immediately dropped right below it. So
Yeah.
it's
And
not
on
breaking $1 billion. We all knew
Christmas
that, though.
is usually one of the biggest times
Movie
for
times.
movie theaters, and the fact that this movie didn't make shit is like that.
Oh, look at
should
that,
tell
Avatar.
everyone.
Finally broke $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's telling. Yeah, it broke $1 billion technically yesterday.
But
Yeah.
do you guys think
here
it's
we are,
worth?
guys. 13
Okay.
days in, broke $1 billion.
But do you guys think it's even? Does it deserve more movies? Like I watched. Okay, so me and Jack Sparrow watched it, because I can't get out of the house usually, and I know I didn't get to see how gorgeous it is. I understand that. But the story was just so like
care.
the middle of it was just like, we're the new kids in the neighborhood. Oh, I like the new girl. The guys pick on me. It was boring as shit.
Well, it's like I told everybody on Monday. It's basically we interrupt this action film to bring you teen drama
yeah,
for an hour
with no
and-
testosterone.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I was paying attention.
Yeah. Thanks.
I fell asleep.
Testosterone is a toxin
it's
that you have
nice-
to purge from your system.
It's nice to know my producer fell asleep during the stream.
Well, I mean, there was Culture Casino on, and you were talking about Avatar.
And
So-
he's like 160 years old. I mean,
That's
he was
true.
frozen in the Arctic ice and just recently thawed out, so it's not too bad.
Ooh,
That's
James
true.
Cameron, Toxic Man Flu.
Toxic man flu.
Yeah, I'm very old.
Yeah, both will work. Technically, I
Yes,
guess.
both will work. Yes,
Yeah.
ancient.
So
I think one of the things about Avatar 2 being 13 years after the first one is not going to help it.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
it-
all right. Let's be real here. I mean, look at Maverick. Okay,
Mhm.
that is a movie nobody asked for. It
Yeah.
is a sequel to a movie that came out in the 80s, and it was fantastic. Right? I mean, if done right, and word of mouth is probably what did that movie. That I wouldn't say did it. What saved
No
it or
question.
made it, because it was compared to everything that has come out, I would say probably in the last 5 years, this movie blows a lot of that away. And a lot of it's because of practical effects, good story. It was fun. It didn't talk down to people, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Avatar could have been a good movie. Avatar 2 could have been a good movie if they actually just kept it as a 2-hour runtime. They cut out the team drama bullshit and they had it be a revenge story. Even if there's definitely this huge plot contrivance about bringing back the Colonel, right? You know, it could work, right? Sleeving is a thing in cyberpunk. It's the future. Copying somebody's, you know, brain patterns and downloading it into another body, which they did in the first movie, right? They did in the first movie.
Let me ask you a question though. How would you feel if, like, you know, you're the Colonel, you know, you're kind of prejudiced and you come back a different color? Like, he's like, I was white, now I'm blue. Like, I'd be a little pissed off.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much they could have done with the movie.
It was dumb.
Rather than making it a teen drama film halfway through it, or
halfway.
Not halfway. I mean,
it literally
an hour
was a movie.
Of teen drama.
It was a movie in itself. I wanted to see. I thought when it started, like, oh my God, here we go. We have a actual, like, guerrilla warfare. They're still fighting this insurgents from these outside people, and that just went away real quick. And I just
what they could have
wasted it.
They could have gone with the Star Wars pattern, right? You could have had, you know, the first one. They bring back the bad guy. I'm kind of glad they didn't kill him off, right? Because you can have him be this menacing force for the next 3 films or whatever. And what they could do is they bring him back. They have their vengeance thing. You can still have the thing where his son saves his dad, and that leads into the next film. Or there ends in a stalemate, right? Because you can't have. Part of the problem is that if you defeat your enemy already, then he's not a threat, right? So maybe have it end in a stalemate of some kind where both Jake and the Colonel get fucked up.
So kind of like not having Ray win.
Yes,
in the first
exactly.
Movie? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the problem with the whole Ray thing. Yeah. And I brought that up specifically because of the whole Ray thing.
Yeah.
Then you have the second movie end on a major defeat. And that's where maybe, you know, he loses one of the kids or something like that, and maybe his wife gets captured. And the third one is about finally defeating the Colonel, right? The
hero's journey.
Yeah, hero's journey. What are your thoughts, Jason? I mean, did you see Avatar?
I haven't seen it yet. I've been, it's on my list. I know I need to go see it just out of professional integrity. I need to go do that so I know what I'm talking about. But one thing that surprised me is seeing a number of people talking about how much they liked it more than they expected it to. Jeremy at Geeks and Gamers is an example of that, and there's other people who looked at the family drama aspect of the story and said this actually makes this film tolerable. You know, this part, I enjoyed this part more than I expected to, and I've been seeing a number of people comment that way. Yes, it's still pretty, and it's kind of boring, and, you know, you're showing off technology, and okay, Kate Winslet held her breath for 7 minutes, but really, what's the selling point beyond that?
Yeah,
you know, why should I go and
really?
I think there's a lot of meth smoking in Florida.
Well, no, I'll be honest with you.
Really?
The issue with the movie is that it's not terrible, right? It's not like Captain Marvel I can point to and go, wow, that movie's crap.
Right.
I've said this many times before. The movie is very self-indulgent, and that is why it's not as good. The family stuff. I mean, him showing the family, and you could definitely have some father-son conflict with the second eldest son, which they had, and it could be about kind of his hero's journey, which they tried to do, and it just kind of falls flat. But the main issue is that there's so much going on. There's so much messaging that they're trying to put into it to save the whales, right? It's freewheeling in space. You know, the first one was Ferngully in space. You know, it's like, fine, okay, I get you want to have your environments, you know, overtones of the film. You know, it's there. I didn't see as being overly ham-fisted. The big thing is, like I mentioned before, is that all the humans are basically white, with the exception of the Asian guys that are, going after whales.
White adjacent.
Yeah, white adjacent. And then you have actors that play the Navi or Navi, whatever the fuck they're called, and they're POCs. So that was the point I was trying to make on F&T when we were talking about this. So you have that nonsense going on, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either, right? It's like
it wasn't worth 12 years wait.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. It's.
I mean, did you know anybody?
The problem is it's not bad in the sense that it's a bad film.
Right.
It's overburdened with crap, which is the reason why I can't say I think it's a good movie, because it's not. It's just overburdened with crap.
I have to wonder how much James Cameron's technique has been impacted from all of the documentary, underwater stuff that he's done, which you can take your time, you can linger on things, you can go slow, you don't necessarily have to have a plot, because all of Cameron's stuff lately feels like there's not a whole lot to it. I don't know if he peaked at Aliens, but you look at Titanic, for example, and I was like, yeah, it's worth the money to see the boat sink, but you're looking at the special effects, because at the time it was pretty impressive special effects. I mean, the story's crap,
right?
But that's his thing. James Cameron comes in with all this new biggie wow pretty technology, but there's no story. I called the first Avatar Dances with Smurfs, because I'd seen this movie.
Perfect.
And it was with, Kevin Costner, and Costner did it better.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think Cameron's got any originality in him anymore.
Well, he also has low T. He has low T.
I think that's a major factor in it. Is a lot of Cameron's edge is gone, right?
Gone.
I mean,
yeah,
it is. I love the original Terminator. It is probably like one of the best science fiction horror movies in existence.
And I love sequels.
My issue is I've really mixed feelings about T2. It's not that I hate the film. I don't. It's not. I think it's a good film. I like it a lot, but I didn't need it.
You're right about that. Yeah.
Whereas Aliens, fucking love that movie. I mean, James Cameron took another science fiction horror film and made it to an action film, which is basically what he did with T2, right?
Right.
A lot of my problems with T2 is the T1000, okay? Because they established in the lore that the only thing that can go back in time is living tissue. So how the fuck does this liquid metal thing go through time? It's
you know what? I never thought of that.
It's
how did the first Terminator go through time? Because it was an interior skeleton.
No, but it had living tissue over it.
And it had living tissue over it.
Okay, well then, that doesn't work.
It doesn't simulate living tissue with its metal.
It's got a metal frame. If they're talking about the only thing that can go over there is organic, all right, a bone is organic, but a metal endoskeleton isn't.
Well, basically anything wrapped in flesh.
Yeah, but to be fair, you can mimic bioelectric signals with the right kind of metal signals. So the T1000 could easily mimic bioelectrical signals and biometrics. So
it would be great.
That's where I
explain that.
Well, no, I think they did though. I mean, literally told us they put skin over him and blood to trick it, like to be able to go back in time.
They did that with the T800 though. They did that with Arnie's Terminator.
That's what I'm talking about. Arnie's.
The T1000 is the liquid metal Terminator.
Yes. I'm talking about Arnie's. That's how he got away with it. The other one, there is no... dude, you just blew my mind. T2 is not...
That has always bugged me ever since I've seen the movie. It is something that it's like it's in the back of my head every time I watch it, and it really bugs me about that movie.
I'm glad that Scott capitulated your point, because I would hate to have to kick him off the stream.
I'm already over talking people, so I'll shut up.
No.
No,
you can do that.
I like the idea. I like the idea of the liquid metal being able to mimic the bioelectric current, though. That actually kind of works.
See, that's the thing that they need to explain.
At the time, you probably didn't even think about needing that line, but we as fans have become much more sophisticated in our analysis of things now. So we can look back and see the flaws in everything. I've got all sorts of things that I could poke holes in Star Trek 3, for example.
I agree with you, Jason, because I like to put some science in my science fiction. I mean, because we got from A to B because of science fiction films. We really did. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you had those, the little touch tones, the cell phones, all that out of Star Trek. You had all these amazing things, right? And honestly, people looked at that and said, "Oh, well, that's what human beings want. Let's try and make it." And there you go. So, we need science.
And look where it got us.
Yeah.
Well, I you know what, to be honest with you, you can use technology for good things. You can use it for bad things.
I have to agree with this. So Ilana says, I love Terminator 1 and 2, Aliens, and even Titanic, but no longer has any imagination. But he no longer has any imagination. Everything is special effects. Fuck him. Top Gun is top for 2022. I agree with that. And that's a lot of. I read this old interview. I think it was Starlog. No, it was another science fiction magazine on which I'm drawing a blank on, and I did a video about it. Specifically when James Cameron was talking about Dark Fate, or came out right around the same time as Dark Fate, is when I made this video. And it was really interesting because I was reading these clips from the article, and it basically, it's like, dude, it's not even the same director anymore. James Cameron is not the same person. He is just, not that guy. He's a part of the system, right? I mean, when he was making those movies, he was a, kind of a young rebel filmmaker trying to, make these science fiction horror films, and well,
I mean, let's face it.
Point,
you make your best stuff when you're younger.
Yeah.
All of Einstein's good theories came before he was 28 years old. Elon Musk is on the downturn. Now he's just affecting things. All of the bright ideas he had, gonzo. Those are in the past. Cameron, done. Yep. What we don't have is a young cadre of directors that have been challenged and have to produce to be able to get ahead. What we have are idiots that end up with The Witcher Blood Origins, which is probably the worst television show that I have ever seen. And I have seen some real bad ones in the 70s and 80s.
Oh, yeah. It's awful.
It is conceptually ignorant.
And a slap in the face to Henry Cavill at the very end, like literally telling him your story's done. We're going with a new timeline. It was messed up, man.
It was, but I mean, they had to do something.
This is the problem with the show.
The other thing that complicates it is the fact that you've got so many franchises out there. Everything's got to be a franchise. Everything's a trilogy or a quadrilogy or a quintilogy or whatever. And I hate to even agree with Rian Johnson, but his complaint about the studio wanting to put a Knives Out story, a Knives Out mystery on Glass Onion, I agree with him. Yeah, okay, yes, it's another movie in that series, but it doesn't necessarily follow that it's a sequel to the other one. It's just another story. Like you say, it's another book you pull off the shelf.
All right, well, yeah, it's like another,
it's
story
like
with the same character, right?
It's Poirot, and it's you don't have to have one story leading to the next, and the studios want to make everything all about franchises.
Well, because they want a sure thing, right? Because studios aren't taking chances anymore.
Speaking of StarLog, I have a few still.
Wow, that's awesome. But Jason, see, I'm about to do something that I didn't think I would do, which is I'm not going to agree with you here. I understand why Netflix did it, because Netflix isn't a real studio yet. They want to be, they do not have the stones yet to be a real studio. And at the same time, they needed the cachet that came along with the previous name, because otherwise people wouldn't know that those two films were tied together. What I think they lack in vision, and I agree with Ryan Johnson on this, which is weird for me to say, is that they should have left that thing in theaters for another month. It had no competition. It had an opportunity to make a buttload of money and to hurt Wakanda forever. So I would have been okay with that.
Yeah.
But, again, those are my thoughts. But yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Blood Origin real quick. The way I was describing it to the guys before we went live is that it is essentially a fantasy story for modern audiences. Okay, for people who don't know anything about fantasy. So the funny thing is that this is supposed to take place before humans, and so all the main characters, with the exception of the dwarf, are elves, right? Mm-hmm. And all they are in personality and culture is humans with pointy ears. Mm-hmm. That's what it is, and it's like, dude. And the other thing too is, I don't know much about The Witcher. I just know that it is supposed to be a series based off of Polish folklore, or it's like a Polish fantasy, right?
Yeah, it's like kind of what Tolkien did for English folklore.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing I find funny about it is that, in a lot of ways, the best way of describing it is like going and taking African folklore. Mm-hmm. And putting a bunch of non-Africans in it, right?
Right.
The other thing too that's funny about it, like I said, they all act like humans. It's like, if you want to create your own thing and have a diverse cast, you can do it. And as this is all your fault, not that you watch my show, but I'm letting you know it's all your fault. I got back into Skyrim because of F&T when he showed that Skyrim clip.
Skyrim's awesome.
Yeah, and it is awesome. But it's his fault. I'm now sucked back into it. All right. But the whole thing is that they have this world where you can have diversity in it, right? You have the Hammerfell, which are basically darker skinned humans, right? And people migrate around, and you can do the exact same thing. A lot of the same thing with Pathfinder, right? You have like these different cultures that can travel around, and so you can bring that stuff into your fantasy, as long as you establish it within your lore that this stuff exists. I mean, the idea of this race of elves that predate humans, that act like humans but are just as diverse as humans, is really kind of weird, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You made a point earlier. Like, they had it where they could have easily done diversity, but not for diversity's sake. The story starts with 3 separate elven kingdoms that, because I watched the whole thing, that have been first of all, they've been battling for 1,000 years. Like, how do they even have generations still? Like, there should be like 3 of them left. Anyways,
well, not only that, it's like the fact that they act like humans. Right, culturally, they are just basically humans with pointy ears, and they act like it too. And that's the thing that, at least that with Peter Jackson's, Lord of the Rings stuff, the elves felt different.
They felt ethereal.
Yeah. Even in Skyrim, the elves feel different. They look completely alien. The fact that they have very angular faces and their eyes are just, unhuman colors makes them so different.
Are the elves in Blood Origin acting like humans just in general, or are they acting like modern era current year humans? Because there is difference.
They talk a little bit like modern humans.
They definitely talk like modern humans.
It's almost
act like modern humans.
Yeah, it's almost like a bad
it's fan fiction.
Well, it's like a town, trying to play like doing a medieval theater thing. Like, it didn't feel right. And what I was saying before is they literally have 3 separate kingdoms that they could have made. Like, this kingdom is from the north, that's why they're white. This is from the south, that's why they're black. They're from the east, that's why they're Asian. But no, they just made everyone diverse, and every female kicked ass, dude. Kicked ass. Like, it's just, when I asked this to Spencer last night on the Black Pill stream. Like, when is it enough? Like, we've been talking about this same crap for years now. Like, go woke, go broke. But like, these people are so, like, they are zealots, and they will take these companies down with them because they will never they're not giving up, and I think they're all in strategic places of power where they're not going to be let go. You know, I don't get it, man.
Scott, I'm coming to the idea that none of these people are interested in profit. It's not, you know, we talk about, you know, get woke, go broke.
Right.
Well, it goes back to the rules to entertainment, right? They're following that guidebook.
Yeah, but entertainment is different than propaganda, and I don't think their goal at the end of the day is to entertain anyone so much as it is indoctrinate people. It's to normalize things that are not normal.
Right.
And money doesn't play into it, so the whole get woke, go broke only plays so far with certain people. I mean, you got people like David Zaslav and Tom Cruise out there who's sitting there saying, "Hey, this is a business. We need to be making money."
Right.
But for the most part, you're talking about an entire culture that is it's an ideological movement. It's a cult. It's a religion, and it doesn't have anything to do with, hey, let's make money and entertain people. It's let's bring people to our way of thinking, and if they do it and they keep losing money, it's all for the cause.
I mean,
oh my God, Digi is right. You have to be a fan to write fan fiction.
Oh wow, that's
comparing
really good.
Blood Origin to it.
Absolutely.
Well, I was just going to say real quick, and I wonder if Culture, do you agree with this? When you have a Scientologist realizing that, you know, like going old school, I don't care if Tom Cruise means it. He at least says it and shows that he cares about the fans.
Twice.
You know what I mean? Yep. Like, but a Scientologist is the voice of reason in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's the thing that's kind of nuts about it.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and to answer you, Scott, it not only is that nuts, right? Because I mean, you know, cult-like stuff. You know, I mean, this is a guy who not only thanked fans once this year when they went to see the film, he thanked them again when he releases an 8-minute video showing off the coolest stunt I think I've ever seen. Okay, and he did it his own self multiple times, like 8 times. He jumped that motorcycle off that dang cliff.
That's insane.
And I can't wait to see this movie. And I'm not the only person that feels like that, right? And that's the difference. And you know, Jason just said that you know, there are people that are not making entertainment anymore. They are making propaganda. They are making geopolitical change. They are making you know ideological gosh, what do you call it? It's kind of like its own version of gaslighting. You're just
they're attempting their own real life world building.
Yeah, and it's not working. I mean, it's losing a ass full of money.
The other thing too is that essentially you could change all those elves into humans and nothing would have changed.
Right. And here's let's say this, and this is the thing that I thought everybody knew this when I said this on Midnight's Edge in the Morning on Wednesday. The entertainment industry, the studios that we know in North America, lost $500 billion in market value. It was 1.3 trillion. It's down to 800 billion.
To quote the Joker, you get what you fucking deserve.
I love all the propaganda stuff that's going on. Propaganda. Take me.
Indeed.
There you go, WG.
That's hilarious. Well, let's get some super chats and comments out of the way. The Red Ranger conclusion. There is a severe lack of dad jokes on the panel today.
I agree.
Saving it for goodbyes, man.
How much does an octopus cost? 10 tickles.
10 tickles. Wow.
I'm using that tomorrow.
I probably will too.
That was awful.
Oh God.
Fuck you and your retarded taste buds.
The sad thing is that
But I like almond joy.
my wife probably tells better dad jokes than I do. She really gets into that. I don't know why.
Okay, so one of the cool things about the Red Ranger is that every day on the 6-minute daily before the stream, he'll post one in the chat, and I read it every day. It's so great. I love dad jokes. They're fantastic.
I'm sure you do love them. Pinochet's helicopter for $5. All the world's intended stage.
All the world's indeed.
Indeed.
All the world is indeed a stage. Sorry, I'm fucking retarded.
No,
we are merely players performing and what the fuck?
portrayer search on others. Audience outside the gilded cage.
Well, it's like
StreamYard echoing.
is that basically supposed to be 2 words?
Each.
Yeah.
Portrayers each.
Another audience outside the gilded cage.
StreamYard's echoing. And he says, never mind, StreamYard's not echoing. I'm retarded. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I don't think you're retarded, my friend, but okay.
I'm just an idiot. Anyway,
Division did just
disagree.
Yeah, Joe for $1.99, making a bunch of internationally half that here. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Avatar?
You're talking about Avatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Okay, that makes sense. Context makes sense. Eric K for $5. Scott would sell out for 50 gift certificates to Walmart. LOL, he does not need the truck.
You're muted, knucklehead.
You're muted.
Yeah.
I meant that.
Entertainment.
Always. That's why I'm here. Dude, 50 is a lot. Like, totally. I will sell out in a heartbeat, people. Like, you give me the money and the access, I would pretend like I didn't know any of you.
Not surprised.
That's the what? Hey, man, I'm a dad. Okay, that's the truth. My pride means nothing.
Bob Ballard, who found
Sunken
Titanic, is very critical of Cameron's types with their submersibles that do further damage to historical wrecks. Really?
Yep.
Yeah. When you're zipping around there and the
unmanned ones too.
Yeah, and they touch things and trying to get into and around, and it kind of moves things around and they start kind of falling apart. But I mean, all those wrecks eventually are going to turn to nothing. I mean, it's salt water.
Yeah, it's going to rust away.
Iron-rich sand, yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's got a pretty color.
Yeah. KJ for $4.99. Happy New Year. What do you guys think was worse, The Witcher Blood Origins or Rings of Power? The funny, I actually have a comparison. Couldn't imagine any fantasy show being worse than Rings in 2022.
It was.
I would definitely have to say Blood Origin is worse. At least Rings of Power was fantasy to a point.
God, they're both terrible.
Well, they're terrible for different reasons, right? Okay, Rings of Power is terrible because it is a bastardization of Tolkien's lore. Mm-hmm. It's like I said, Witcher Blood Origins is not even fantasy. I mean, it's fantasy in name only. Go ahead.
Rings of Power.
Culture.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just say, both of them are fantasy. They're just feminist fantasies.
Yeah.
Could I say the women
is exactly what Corey has up right now.
The women in Witcher were more likable than Galadriel. And the men were at least a little bit more manly. Oh God, is it worse? I don't know. Could it be?
They're both bad for different reasons.
Right. They're exactly like it's apples and hand grenades,
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like you definitely have your girl bosses in Blood Origin, but at least like the one dude that looks like a barbarian elf, which is fucking stupid.
Okay.
I hate
Blood
that
Origin,
concept.
The dwarf holds a hammer that she cannot get her hands even halfway around the handle.
Dude, that is the
physically that's impossible.
The thing that I think is funny is like the very beginning of episode 2, which I got 5 minutes into. She's like trying to get into some like drug den.
Yeah.
And it's elves acting like humans, and she ends up breaking a window and going through, and then comes out covered in blood. It's just like, what the fuck?
And this is the worst part. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I get excited.
Can I ask a question?
Because it's your show, Scott.
I love you.
Did she get the skooma? Because if she got the skooma, it was worth it. Because that stuff.
I wasn't really paying attention. I have no idea why she wanted to get into the drug den to begin with.
That's worth 500 gold, and I'm telling you, in Skyrim, that's valuable. I mean, you need the skooma.
No, what happened?
You don't use it. You sell it. You sell it to one of those Khajiits.
What happened was her girlfriend, because everybody's gay in this show, her girlfriend was murdered by a one-eyed elf, and she kills every elf on her way to find him. but like they always do it off screen. Finally, when they show her, like in the 4th episode, battling with them, it's one of those again where like the 6'1" guy just stands there and waits to get hit, because she's so slow and awkward. Because I mean, she is a little person, and and she's a woman, so she doesn't have any athletic ability.
Well,
that was for Mad Mardigan. Mad Mardigan.
The thing I find so funny about that is, I'm just gonna default back to Lord of the Rings, with Gimli. The fact that they took a regular sized dude and made him look like a dwarf, right?
Right.
You don't have to have a little person.
Now you do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Because she doesn't look like a dwarf. She just looks like a midget.
I mean, you guys heard.
Sorry.
No, but she is. Did you hear that they were people are complaining about Avatar because the avatars weren't Native American actors?
Well, that's because it's fucking sci-fi.
Yeah,
But
I did.
What tribe is blue in it? I couldn't figure that out. I was like,
I love
That's
what
the blue
Twitter
agave
did.
tribe.
Yeah, and they make tequila. It's fucking awesome.
Twitter did the thing where they put a tag on it saying Na'vi are not real people.
Oh God.
Weaponized Nerd Rage tweeted that out. It was fucking hilarious, and they took it
right.
off the tweet. But it's like, dude, you should have left it on there because it was a great troll.
They're
good.
It's like you guys are fucking idiots, right? You know this. I mean, it's like nobody.
Again, though, they don't care. It's all ideologically driven, and it's on the filmmaker side as well as the woke audience side.
Mm-hmm.
They have to fuel the culture war, and everybody wants to do their part in White Knight and keyboard bully, and if you don't have the right proper group think, then you're out of touch and you're not part of the crowd, and you should be ostracized.
It's fine. I prefer being out of touch at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great song, actually. Do you remember that song, Out of Touch? I'm
Hall & Oates.
Blue
I could
Eyed
see
Soul.
you doing a Hall & Oates album.
I should do that.
You
We
should.
should do that.
Anyway, back to super chats and stuff. And Grumpy Old Ninja became a member at the I'll buy that for $1 level.
Grumpy old ninja. Woohoo!
Soul Assassin, are you Stormcloak or Imperial? Typically, I side with the Stormcloaks. I'm doing something a little different. I actually have 2 builds going on. I have a Wood Elf Assassin build going on.
Oh yeah, you would have a wood elf. Oh yeah.
Anyway,
You're
that's
the queen of the woodies.
which would probably side with the Stormcloaks, and then I have an actual Imperial build, which is going to be a vampire build, that will probably side with the Imperials. So I'm trying to do stuff I haven't done in the game. One of the things I'm going to do with my Imperial build is go and destroy the Dark Brotherhood, because I usually join them.
I love the Dark Brotherhood.
I do too. You get some great shit from the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah, the quest lines are great. You get those books of Jacobin. You get some amazing.
But if
crap.
you kill Astrid, you get all that stuff still. You just don't get the damn horse, and the horse is great.
But I want the horse.
Yeah, the horse is.
The horse is like a free carry bag. It's like, hey, carry all my shit.
Yeah, it's also a free tank.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horse tanks the shit out of stuff. Holy cow. Yeah, I remember that.
Colonist.
Yep. James Hurley, Witcher Blue Origins is trash. Is a trash fire that makes Avatar 2 a 6.5 out of 7. I would say Avatar is still probably about a 6. A masterpiece. Lauren Hisrich and the writers should be fired. Yeah, they absolutely should be. They're awful. I mean,
if you're Netflix, are you not thinking, hey, we got to stop giving this chick money?
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I did the Queen Elf.
You are the
Queen Elf.
Emoji.
You're the clown.
Because it's funny. That's
funny.
why. It is funny.
Why
That's
is
funny.
Corey's being really funny today?
Yeah, I know.
He is.
Yeah.
It's pro-life.
Not funny.
James Hurley says the current batch of awful fantasy shows reminds me of Death of Fantasy movie because of how shit Aragon.
Yeah, Aragon was horrible.
I never bothered watching that one.
Yeah, not good.
Getting a new one.
We kind of touched on this before. you remember, okay, so in the 80s, it was like overdone, dramatic, action-packed movies, which were
Dragon
great.
Slayer, dude, that was a fucking
No,
great
don't get
movie.
me wrong. They were great, but like then you got those really cool young directors in the 90s, you know, Tarantino, Rodriguez, you know, all those guys. Does anybody know of any directors like that now? Because you guys kind of touched on that before, but
not really.
I've been sitting here trying to think of it. There is no like hot, like a young Kevin Smith.
I think a lot of it I'm
Dick
kind of curious
removal.
about is, you know, I think you're right, Talks, is a lot of it, is it because as you get older, you get complacent
And rich.
and tired, you know, because I know that one of the things for me is like, even writing code, I find tiresome at times. Just it's like I have to force myself to do it because it's like, God, I've done this a million times. I don't want to do it anymore.
I hear you, man.
Actually, no. Since I've taken a prolonged break from it, I actually find it reinvigorating. But it just seems like with Cameron, when you're young, you're constantly trying to prove yourself.
Yep.
And now that you're established, I feel like there's multiple things. You're old, which means you're, you know, don't have the energy that you used to have. You're not as hungry anymore as you were when you were younger because, you know, you're established. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it, but I think you're right, Talks, when it comes to younger filmmakers.
I think you also have this generation of filmmakers who have grown up watching TV and movies and YouTube, and they're not exposed to classic literature as much. You know, you don't have 20 and 30 something directors and writers who have read The Three Musketeers or Wuthering Heights or The Count of Monte Cristo
or anything from Chaucer or
God forbid Moby
Hemingway.
Dick. I mean, any of those things. I mean, nobody's reading anymore. It's like, oh, how boring.
You're right. I mean, you know, Dickens, Conan Doyle. You could go back, read all the classics, and then you'll have a basis of understanding for what all stories are based on. Because
I think culture. I mean, you're right. There's that. But a lot of it is that, I mean, look at the people who wrote the best shit. They had some stuff go down in their life, right?
Yeah,
where now I think when it comes down to it, most modern writers have lived a very comfortable life. And they don't know what a real struggle looks like.
Yep.
Whereas Tolkien knows what struggle looks like, right?
Yeah.
Anyone who fought in
Hemingway.
either World War I or World War II knows
Yep.
how shitty life can be.
Yep.
And compared to what we have now, what people, the struggle is real. No. Your struggle is not real.
Can I make a point though with Cameron?
Sure.
It's what is weird about Cameron is that usually when you're no longer hungry, you've already made that money. Like the true person comes out because you got the I don't give a crap anymore. So like it's shocking that he's this low T, just loser of a human being. Like literally lost so much respect for the guy. Like he made his career on guns in his movies, and now he's like, I wish I cut them all out. Like the dude is
fuck off with that.
He's the worst. Like at least Robert De Niro is a liberal that will punch somebody in the nose. Like this dude is just like, what happened to you, man?
Heavy soy diet.
I would say 6 ex-wives doesn't help. But I'm just, you know, and honestly, I mean, you know, it comes down to him just wanting to get those checks so he can finish his 5 films. I mean, that's really honestly what
he
it
wants
is.
Those checks so he can pay
and
alimony.
We do have a few directors, and I think Tom can back me up. We do have a few directors out there that are young and are good. And you pizza eating turkey. Jerk. Anyway, what was I saying? Matt Vaughn.
Are you jealous of Tom's pizza?
Yes, I was.
Would you like to put Tom's pizza in your mouth?
Yes, I
slowly. That is a big pizza.
It is. It's a big pizza.
Or where I'm from, a Beats.
Every day we
this Italian guy in town has a fucking pizzeria and it's awesome shit.
Anyway, we'll try that one more time. Matt Vaughn, he's great. Kingsman, right? The director that does the John Wick series, right? It's a
that guy, yeah.
And then of course McHugh, he's a director. He does, you know, stuff with Tom Cruise, right? You know, and you have a few directors, right, that they understand like how to make a film. You know, there's not a lot of them anymore. I mean, it's why the fact that Tarantino's decided to retire after his next project is very sad. We need
sad, but I get it.
But yeah, but we need some people to teach some younger people how to make fucking films. You know, and otherwise we're gonna end up with fucking J.J. Abrams acolytes who completely suck ass.
Well, what's gonna end up happening is that films are just gonna die, right? You're not gonna completely die. You're still gonna have like your, you know, kind of like boutique style stuff, I would say. But for the most part, I think that filmmaking is a dying art, man. Especially since they've made everything go CG. I mean, at this point, you don't need to have people anymore, because the CG technology is going to get so much better than we're seeing now. It's going to look like normal people. That's and right. You don't even need to have actors. You can basically, you know, program the voices to make it sound like.
Yeah, I was saying Wednesday, we need to bring back the in traditional publishing, it's called the mid list, right? It's your shorter novels, your one-offs, and that kind of thing. For films, $10 million budgets, $20 million budgets, $50 million budgets.
Those are horror films.
Make those smaller films. You know, I could probably, you know, I could think of a couple of different scenarios where I could come up with maybe a $25-30 million film, offer Michael Caine $3 million for a day, and have him have some pivotal role. Michael Caine will take it because he'll take the check.
Yep.
You know, it's like Jaws. You know, it bought my mother a very nice house. Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah. You know, you have these working actors who have names and have reputations, and they're willing to do this kind of stuff. Give me $50 million and we'll write a script, or, you know, $25 million, and do these smaller pictures that don't have as much overhead, don't have as much cost in marketing and advertising. You know, you don't have to worry about all of the merchandise. Just make a movie and tell a story. And when you're done telling the story, roll the credits and you're done.
Yeah.
And there's no end credit scene. There's no mid credit scene. There's no sequel. There's no so-and-so will be back.
Just a hopefully good movie.
Give me a movie and be done. And nobody's doing that anymore.
Make entertainment entertaining.
I can't highlight it because I had to approve it, but Isaj Modi says movies like Ass and Idiocracy. Yeah, it's basically what we're heading towards.
Yeah, and you know, the beginning of it was all the ideas that they could reboot whatever they want to reboot. Like they're already, I know it's been 15 years, but rebooting Harry Potter, like
are they talking about doing that?
They've been talking about that for months now.
Jesus
but like,
Christ, why?
It might be in a series episodic form, but like, why?
What's happening? No, there's gonna be cinema films,
and you know, it's gonna be like Hermione is the Harry Potter of the world, or Harry will be a one-legged black trans kid.
Yeah, you know what? As much as
they'll do that to piss her off.
Yeah,
I don't think they can. She has very. I'm gonna tell you.
She does.
She has very strict control over stuff. She has final say.
Yep.
So much so that when they approached her to license out the Wizarding World theme park editions, she had final say on everything.
Thank you, Culture. You made me remember something that when they were doing Harry Potter, the first not the first adaptation, but the first movies, initially Hollywood wanted to make him American, and she was like, "Hell no, we're not doing that." Good. She was there and had creative control over the entire process, which I don't blame her. And I guess that's still the case, which is good.
It is.
Every actor had to be English. Yeah. I don't think there was any exception.
Totally good with that. Totally fucking good with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's her right. It's her.
Yep. It's her fucking movie. Or her books.
Dude, she was a single mom, barely getting by, and she created $1 billion franchise. You know, because of a story she thought up in her head. That is talent. That's what you were talking about. Those are the talented people we need.
Yeah. Her creative control is also, in my mind, an awesome dunk on Stephen King and his inability to do anything cinematic.
Amen.
Like, she's all like, "Hey, bitch, this is how you do it."
Yep.
You're trans, Harry. All right, I need to get back to
you're a Harry.
Double G for $10. Fact: the real reason the lads of TNT don't like Witcher Blood Origins. Not enough dong jokes.
That's true. If there was more dong in it,
100%.
Speaking of which, did you know what the currency is of Vietnam? I found this out on Wednesday.
Dong?
On Midnight Edge in the morning. It's the dong.
Yeah.
It's the dong.
Dong.
Sporting News Podcast became a member at the I'll buy that for $1 level.
I know. I didn't know they were giving them out for free. Jeez. No. Worth it.
Dongs?
Mr. Greg Rigger for $50 try-dollars. Sporking on the show shows how far this show has come. Well done, everyone.
You guys are welcome.
Yeah,
It's
well,
taken me a while.
sometimes we want to be generous and reach out to people who are special and make sure that they're on stream.
I think he means it the flip way. Like, you landed me finally. Yeah.
Oh, this is the special time of year when we're giving to those less fortunate.
Yes.
This is
than
yeah.
us.
This is
Don't be
this
ableist.
This is our Make-A-Wish moment for you, Scott.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Scott's kind of retarded.
Kinda. No.
If you listen to Culture at any given moment, I'll let him talk me up some. He's always talking about how I can class up the joint. So I guess that's why I was here.
No, you. Oh no. Jason is a regular now on this show for that reason. He classes up the joint. He doesn't bring. He doesn't bring. He's got an ET.
How Culture's saying who's a regular on Comics this show.
Oh no, it's his show. Don't tell
I
him.
haven't talked about one fucking thing yet.
Culture, man. If you want to learn how to get in on a panel and start running it, he could do a master class. I am honored to call him a friend.
All right, Mr. Grant Greger gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Grant.
Button.
Nice. Yeah. Modalicious for $5. Hail panel. What actor would you pick for the live-action adaptation of Snowflame, and why?
Buscemi. But Steve Buscemi would be the greatest Snowflame ever.
God, I don't remember what Snowflame looks like. I have to go look that up.
Power of cocaine, baby.
Charlie Sheen, because he is.
Oh God,
Snowflame.
he is like legit the living embodiment of Snowflame.
Who,
You
me?
think so?
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, I thought you said Scott.
No, dude,
It's Congo.
Cocaine.
Congo.
I don't even know what he looks like.
Who's Steve
Ladies
Buscemi?
and gentlemen, while
No,
you're
no,
paused for this
Snowflame.
moment of
There's
confusion,
Snowflame right there.
hit the like button.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I saw this, and the first name that popped in my head was Bruce Dern, but he's too old.
Nickweiser?
Nick
You
could
could
do it.
teach Nick how to act.
Yeah, it's
You
kind
know,
of hardcore.
You say that as a joke, but I think you're probably right. I think
Right?
he can definitely do it.
No, I completely agree.
Drink 6 Red Bulls right now, okay?
Yeah, right.
Now, read these lines, and then go say them over there.
Right. Promise to pay his tab for the night. He'll do it in a heartbeat.
Oh, God.
First, you gotta get Nick really fucking high.
I love that dude.
Prior Vulcan for $4.99. The Skyrim Nightingale quest gives you one of the most OP tools if you intentionally don't complete the main. Oh yeah, story quest. The Unbreakable Skeleton Key. Yeah, it is very OP.
It is OP. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that game. Okay, as much as it is
I'm down
broken
with
sometimes,
OPP.
right? That game is still like infinitely replayable, right?
Yeah, it's fun. There's a lot of stuff.
You know me.
I can't do it anymore
Tom, you're so cool.
Why is that?
Tom is
because
down
my
with
son
OPP.
plays it every single fucking day. He can play video games.
Play Skyrim.
And yeah,
I peaked
every
with the Atari
he has
2600.
he has like 15 or 20 different characters, and I'm all like, "Have you ever finished the storyline?" He's like, "Oh yeah, these 5 have finished this storyline. This one's over here in this DLC," and I'm all like,
You
"Okay."
kind of don't need to finish it, you know. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like there's a
I
lot
know,
of shit in
but
that game. You could play that game for a really long
I always
time.
tell him, see how it ends at least once, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
You know, like if I see the end of the game and I know how it ends, then I just screw around the rest of the time and figure
It's all your
everything else
fault,
out.
Az. I'm just letting you know right now. It's all
You
your
can put
fucking
it
fault,
on.
dude.
You can put it on easy mode and pretend to be a journalist.
I don't play those games on anything but very hard.
So Tom, what were we talking about? We were talking about Avatar, too.
Oh, okay, I'll see you later.
Well, we're done talking about it.
Oh, thank God.
The other thing we were talking about was Blood Origins.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm fine if we
I
want
think
to
he
talk
just
about
got
it.
up and left. He was like, "What?"
Yeah, no, he's eating pizza. He's like,
He
that's
left
so
to go
much
take
better.
a dump
We
while
can
eating
talk- we can
pizza.
talk pizza.
Blood. again, we had another show, Blood Oranges, where I kept calling it Blood
Oranges.
That's what I kept calling it last night.
Blood Oranges.
Yeah, it's Blood Oranges for now on. I kept saying it last night and it stuck. But Blood Oranges, what bothers me about it is like, once again, there's one in the group. There's I think 4 of the people are women, and they're all powerful. The most powerful of what they do. And then the men are, one's a lunatic who gave up killing. The other is a disgraced wizard. And the third is a disgraced, guard, you know, like,
Oh yeah,
but the women,
he was disgraced for screwing his
his
ward.
queen.
Oh, that's what this show's about? I thought it was about Jennifer Lawrence getting her first.
I would totally watch that.
Now, she got her first somewhere else.
I want to see now somebody go to a Renaissance fair and make the parody series Blood Origins. Now,
I call it Blood Oranges.
Blood Oranges.
Thank you, buddy.
I think we could do that. Not only that, I think we would get the cooperation of the people who have like disdain, because people at Ren fairs are going to be like, these shows suck ass. We dress better than these motherfuckers on this shit. You know, I'm just saying.
So,
and I don't cuss that much.
Southern Peanut says, not months, Comix Division. They've been saying that since 2019, and she's on board with turning Hermione and Dumbledore gay because she has.
All right.
Or turning Hermione black and Dumbledore gay. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, they did that in, was it the Cursed Child, where they had the stage play and they had a black actress play Hermione?
Because they never said her color in the books, but I mean, you know, okay.
I don't know. She was very specific about the way she described Hermione.
They said though,
and again, she had creative control over the movie. If she was actually black, she would have made her black in the movie. So she is full of shit.
Right.
Even the whole Dumbledore is gay thing. It's full of shit.
Like, because I don't think she ever said she was. She just said it's okay because I never actually, you know, like I never actually stated what color she was. But I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did.
I give plays a lot of liberty, right? When it comes to stuff like that, it's like, I know people have problems with Hamilton.
She considers it canon, though, I guess, even though she didn't technically write the whole thing. She's just like a co-writer on it or some shit.
Yeah. Terrible canon.
Plays. I think you can get away with a lot of different stuff.
Hamilton.
Hamilton. I know that some people have issues with the Black George Washington and the way that he did everything. In that, I can see your point, but I don't care, because I feel that to a certain degree, plays can be a little bit more avant-garde. So I have less of an issue with that.
Not a
Plays don't make a whole lot of money.
It's not a believable George Washington. Whoever plays George Washington, you have to go for the reality of it. They have to wear wooden dentures.
Yes. They were, exactly.
That was a myth.
That was
they were ivory. So he
no, not even ivory. He had poor people's teeth too.
The only reason
she
turned cadaver teeth.
Sorry.
Hermione black and Dumbledore gay is because she was scared she was losing relevance.
See, I don't know if I agree with that, because this is her baby. Like, she is a very, like, even though everyone wants to make her alt-right and because
she's
of this whole,
she's very left.
and her stance on women's rights is very strong. And I really think someone said it and she was like, yeah, why not? Like, it was one of those things that did bother her.
It was one of those things that was asked in an interview. Somebody asked her in an interview, is Dumbledore gay? And she said, like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like the whole thing when they asked Mark Hamill, is Luke gay? And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? It's like, we got tons of canon that says he's not, but okay, whatever.
Or more so like when they tried to ask Billy D. Williams about the whole pansexual thing with Lando, and he's like,
you just haven't know that.
What the hell is a pansexual?
Right. If it means I'm having sex with all the ladies, then hell yeah, I'm pansexual.
Are you high?
I wrote a song about that.
I just, as long as he's still selling Colt 45, we're good. I'm good.
Okay.
Colt
45.
The answer to all of those types of questions, you look at somebody and say, you sound vaccinated.
You know, when I met Billy D. Williams, he had like the best stuff for to get autographed. And one of them was a Lando Calrissian doing a Colt 45 ad spot.
That would have classic.
Oh, I want
who
that.
knows
I
this
told him
shit.
I was probably embarrassing myself. I told him, I was like, dude, I remember your commercials for Colt 45. I was like, that's so fucking cool.
Did you get that autograph?
Don't be embarrassed for me.
Oh, can I buy that from you?
No,
I'll tell you one thing.
because it's actually signed to me.
Colt 45 works every time.
Yeah.
I guarantee at least half of you motherfuckers exist because I'm here.
I don't. Whenever I get
He said
autographs,
white dumb shit.
I don't just have them sign it. They actually say my name in it because I'm not planning on selling it.
Say my
Yo,
name.
daddy
Say my
got
name.
lucky.
Say my name,
It,
bitch.
it's funny.
Thomas-
It makes me think somebody's been posting the Hallmark ornament commercials that had, Leonard Nimoy and Martha Hackett and that crowd back in the 80s and 90s, and they're saying nobody making Star Trek nowadays would do this kind of stuff to really lean into the marketing of it, and it reminds me we've lost
Brain cells?
a
Brain
sense
cells.
of brain cells, yes, but we've lost the sense of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Everything has to. We take things so seriously. Why is this way? And why is this way? And why did you do that? And why is this that? I was like, we've got to sometimes take a step back and it's just a story,
Right?
Or it's just a joke.
Sometimes it matters too much. I think.
That's your fault, Jason.
I think for me, lore matters. Lore is important when it comes to stuff with the property. But at the end of the day,
I wasn't a big fan of lore in Star Trek. I thought he was kind of a derivative Data.
oh, shut the
He's
fuck
coming
up.
Oh,
back
you
in
let him
Picard.
do that bit, but y'all cut me off on my fucking Billy D bit.
Didn't
Seriously?
you hear me tell him to shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
Tom,
I'm with
did
you,
I do
Tom.
that to you, Tom?
Nobody
Never.
interrupted him, though. He still got it all out.
I want to hear Tom.
I
Too
do
late
too.
now.
Your volume, Tom's volume was too low when he was doing the Colt
No,
45
I-
bit, so people just talked over him. I was enjoying
It's all right. I didn't know my voice thing was on. Now I'm booming. I will turn it up. Make sure I'm booming over every one of you motherfuckers.
But I was about to say dicks, but comics, you're right. Lore is very important. That's why I really did have to eat some crow when it came to House of the Dragon, because I did end up enjoying it, but I still cannot get over the, diversity hire, even though the actor did a great job, a Black Valerian. Like, it made no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. But there's certain things I'll turn a blind eye to.
Right.
But, if it's done well.
Right. And sometimes it doesn't translate from book to movie or, so like I understand.
It's like, okay, here's a really good example is The Mist, the movie The Mist, which I fucking love, by the way, with Thomas Jane.
Yeah, good movie.
Great movie. A lot of people didn't like it because of the way it ended. He actually changed the ending. The director changed the ending of the book. And even Stephen King was like, yeah, this is a better ending.
That's not a ringing endorsement. Stephen King is like a coke-addled grandma now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he this is years ago before he became a crazy because of current year. I mean, this movie came out in like what?
He's
No,
no
I
Billy
know.
D. Williams, is he?
No,
Tom?
he's not
Fuck
Billy
no.
D. Williams.
Oh, Billy
Dude,
D.
that movie's fucking great, and it changed the ending, and it was done very fucking well. So I mean, if you take liberties with something and it improves the story, I typically don't have an issue with it.
I never watched it because somebody spoiled the ending.
Everybody dies, just like in every
it's
other
2007 when it came out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I worked at a video store at that time.
Great fucking
My
movie.
wanna
favorite
talk
part
about
of
it,
that whole
Tom?
movie is when he's painting the poster for
No.
the Dark Tower.
Okay.
You should still watch it, Tom. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. You are right though. Like again, I'm sorry. Going back to House of the Dragons, the hiring of Paddy Constant as King Viserys. Like, if you're into any of the lore, the show made a more depth than George R.R. Martin ever did with this king, and it actually like had some compassion for a character that was one of the kings you just kind of passed over, like he's a loser. So they do sometimes even make it better. It's when they change it for the sake of their agenda, or they change it for because I'm talented and I'm more like Dan and Dave. I'm more talented than the writer.
Look at it this way. Okay, there's Back to Rings of Power. They made changes because they thought they're improving the source material, which they were not doing.
Impossible.
Okay. And that's the kind of thing. If they did something that actually was an improvement, I think a lot of people would not have problems.
The difference, though, is they had the hubris to say that they were making it better.
That is the big thing right there, is the fact that, it's like when fucking Oasis said they're bigger than the Beatles. It's like, no, you're not.
No, it's one thing to say we would love to be the Beatles or we strive to be as good as the Beatles. That's totally different, right?
Yeah.
You guys are good, but you're not that good, even though I'm not a fan of the Beatles.
It doesn't matter, but like, yeah.
Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
What?
Blame it on the rain if you're not.
Talking to be as successful as Milli
Talking about the Beatles, that 70s show, that 70s guy and me are going to be doing a discography of the Beatles coming up in January. So make sure you're subscribed.
Rock fan?
Yeah, that dude.
That 70s guy.
What just happened?
Whoa.
Toxic Manful yeeted him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, he said 70s rock fan, and that was an automatic eating, right?
Oh, I forgot.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
God, I'm such
What
a loser.
happened?
Anyways,
I think there was just a bad sheep incident during our Christmas special.
Yeah,
right.
there was that.
It was. Scottish dude, the sheep effort.
Valkyria Winter for 5 Australians. Sorry, but Elder Scrolls Oblivion was the best story quest for main and guild. Skyrim is meh to that game. It's fine, but Oblivion is much better. I never played Oblivion.
100% loved Oblivion. That's my favorite of all time. It had the best DLC. The Shivering Isles were amazing. Like,
I think they should remaster Oblivion using the current technology. That would be awesome.
But that shit fucking froze constantly. Like, if you weren't saving like a madman when you got like your character got all yoked and stuff, and you had all the shit. If you weren't like saving constantly, that game would be like, and then you'd be like, God damn, I lost like 6 hours. Be like,
but those glitches were so great. Oh my god.
All right, Pinochet's helicopter tours for $10. A white pill. If Hollywood is cynical, we have anti-establishment indie content to look forward to. In 3 days of the Condor, all the president's men notice the lack of factual retelling these days. Yeah. Now it's
their truth they're telling.
We would change a historical figure.
Well, it's always been a little.
Dude, anybody who says Cronkite was telling you the fucking truth was.
I was just gonna say, like, it's always been a little washed one way or the other.
Yeah, it's just so obvious now.
John Wayne was a pretty convincing Genghis Khan in my day.
Dude, yes, he was.
Oh my god! I forgot
You
about
take
that.
those horses and go after the Chinese, Pilgrim.
Exactly.
Goddamn Mongolians always trying to knock down the city wall.
Delicious for $5. I forgot to add my Snowflame pick is Nicolas Cage for obvious reasons.
Oh, that would work.
Yeah.
Oh, should we do a poll? Oh, we should have done a poll.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Well, we'd have to have options to do a poll. James Hurley, Comix Division, thoughts on Netflix trying to make live action hatchet job of anime like Go-Go 13, Lupin the Third, and Gundam. I think it's a horrible.
I fucking hate the live action versions of these animes. They piss me the fuck off. 100%. There's no way they could ever be as good as the animes.
Well, isn't it kind of counterproductive? Because isn't it the fact that it's an anime that's kind of the point of the storytelling, is that that's the way you're telling the story.
Here's a really good example of why you shouldn't do it. Is the Cowboy Bebop adaptation? They actually did a good job of making Ed look like the character, but certain things don't translate over to live action.
Well, and that's what I was going to say.
Is like character does not work in live action.
Well, 9 times out of 10, they have to use CGI anyway, so then it's still animated. So why are you even bothering? That's what I don't understand.
It's fucking awful. But like I said, Ed, my favorite character in that series. You can't adapt that character to live action because of just how retarded the character is.
And fortunately, you were spared from that because Ed only appeared for what, like a few minutes at the end.
I didn't watch the whole series.
Hello,
I didn't even watch the
Mr.
whole
Ed.
first episode.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Ty
didn't
for
spoil.
199. Do you like God of War Ragnarok? I have not played it. It was supposed to be included with my wife's PS5, but it was
That
not.
worked.
I've heard some very mixed reports on that.
Go
Some
ahead.
people say it's good, some people say it's not. But I'm not hearing like it's shit. I'm hearing like, well, I would have done this best different. And I'm like, okay, armchair quarterback. Okay, that's what that guy says.
I'm good with that. I'm good with some armchair quarterbacking. Look, okay, so you have terrible adaptation, like right, Corey, like you have Halo, yeah, or you have pretty decent adaptation, like Hitman, right, with Timothy Oliphant.
I like
right?
that. I won't lie.
And so like you have like you can do it okay.
Here's the problem with that is that the person who should have played Agent 42, is it 42 or 47? 47, thank you. Agent 47 should have been fuck, I totally just blank on the name because I fucked up his character name.
Timothy Oliphant, but you think
God damn it. The dude from the transporter.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. He should have been Agent 47.
I would have been okay with him being Agent 47, but he would have wanted to use martial arts too much for the character.
Yeah, I mean, in Agent 47, he does use martial arts, but he's primarily a long distance assassin.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing I liked about the game, specifically, I ended up playing the series a little later, in which the later games were way better. Like not the most current one. I'm trying to remember the one that I started with, but I just love how you could Blood Money.
Blood Money was great.
That was fucking awesome because the way you can assassinate people.
Oh, you can drop shit on them. All kinds of
drop shit on them. You could poison stuff. I mean, it was just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Dude,
great game.
In the first edition of the newest Hitman, I like to go into the contract creation and just try to kill everyone in a small town. Just
that's fun.
It is because you can do it in all kinds of different ways. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
like being a priest and I'm like slapping people with a hammer and throwing them in the water. I'm like, you're dead.
Yeah,
get out of here. I enjoy.
I love it. Is that it scores you on subtlety?
Yeah,
that's the thing I like about it.
It does.
And obviously Corey likes to murder people. So well done.
Well, I've also gone through the entire main storyline of that and gotten all perfect scores. So I'm just.
That's also, liking to murder people.
For 199. What if Hollywood made a live action God of War series? I think it would be cool. I think it would be very cool.
In development.
If it wasn't made now.
Yep.
That's the issue. Current year will fuck it up. They will nurse your character. What's going to happen.
I think we just had a story on this. They're doing a series, aren't they? Amazon?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, Goggin. Okay, so let me just say, Amazon has a series in development for Fallout. Goggins is in the series. That might save it.
I don't know.
We'll have to see.
There's Brahmabull in the chat, but not on the show.
Over on the Rumble side, why does this is from Sassy Southern Bell for $2? Why does thou Splinty Comics comb? What the hell?
What?
Why dost thou splinty coxcomb trodden across thy road, thy knave, Sir Culturoth?
God, that is so fucking difficult for me.
Okay, because
yes,
Comics sounded like he was having a stroke.
Yeah, I was having a stroke.
Okay.
Southern Bell for $2. Aragorn. I was probably sterile. So Scott should the snow be called Game of the Bastard Throne? Maybe Jon Snow would not have had so many hangups if he knew the facts.
Well, that's
he
true.
Banged his aunt. He's screwed in the head.
She was hot though. The thing is they got a new series coming out for reasons with Jon Snow. I mean, his film career didn't take off, so that's the only reason I could think he's coming back because, like, what are they going to do? Him just roaming the North? I don't know what the show's going to be about. There's no sense of it. To me right now, when it comes to A Song of Ice and Fire until I get another book. Jon Snow is bleeding out right now, and he's been bleeding out for over 11 years, 5 months, and like 6 days.
You're not getting another book.
I
don't
Wow,
think
man.
I don't
God,
think he's
dude.
ever going to finish that book.
Jason, he doesn't believe us. Every time we tell him,
I'm getting one of them. I'm not getting both. I'm getting one.
So
You ain't getting that
there's
shit.
you're going to get this headline before you get the book. It's going to have J.R.R. Martin and then somewhere else died suddenly. You're going to get that
With a
headline
cheeseburger
before you
in
get
his
the book.
hand.
Yeah,
with
cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Jumping
cast
naked on a
disease.
trampoline.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have been telling Scott and Scott, tell everybody the truth. I've been telling you that dude is one cheeseburger away from being
Oh,
on
and you have, and I agreed, but myself
Or a
and Jane
booster.
Theory are holding on that we're at least, we were holding on for the longest time that we would get both books. Now we're just praying we get, one book, and then I'll do fanfic for the last book. I could do better than Dan and Dave did. Shit.
Now,
So,
Martin,
real
Martin's
quick,
gonna
I
die,
just realized that
and
I have a
somebody
stream
else is gonna
elements
complete 'em.
from like 11 days ago. So sorry, Common Nerd. I just happened to see this now. Normally I see when it pops up in the chat, but I missed it this one. It says, tomorrow I'm doing a stream until I drop celebrating. I did read this, didn't I?
No,
Unless you
but
did.
you were. I don't think you did. But you were on the stream.
1.8k subs. Oh, that's right, because I was at the ranch. That's why I didn't see it. If any of you wanted to come on for 5 minutes, yeah, we did all that. Also, he says, thank you for the inspiration. Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's right. I did go there.
Yeah. And we did go. Many of us
We
did.
did.
Yeah, George.
I'm just sad. I'm just sad that I missed that at the time.
Yeah, well, Jesse's awesome. So, and Jesse's doing well. So, congratulations.
Yes, he is. Okay,
Yes,
so
it's so good
let's
and
talk
divine.
about G4. I know it's basically a dead subject at this point, but there is definitely more insight into why it failed, and it wasn't just our good friend Frost who has meth teeth. My God, this is.
You make it worse.
Is that, I mean, yeah,
That's her?
yeah, that's her.
Oh,
I
she
thought
is.
that was a parody picture.
I
of
did
her.
I
too,
think so
man.
too, because like her hair looks awful. Is that a wig?
Her teeth are worse than mine. Like, that's
Teeth look
terrible.
Awful.
Wow.
Wow, dude, she like literally looks like she's been on a bender.
Yeah,
For like
it
3 years.
looks
Bend her
really
over.
fucking bad.
No, thank you.
That's gross, Tox.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was
I'm not
great.
getting a whole lot of zingers in tonight. There's a lot of powerhouse minds here, and by that I mean Scott's on and he talks too damn much.
Yes, sir, I do. I hate myself. Don't worry, tonight I'll talk to myself.
You have a
all
whole
night.
lot to say. I mean, you're taking care of kids and working and doing all this stuff, and you probably don't
No
get a
one-
word in edgewise.
No one
outside
listens
of
to me
this.
either.
Well,
so
when you aren't around adults all day,
Yeah.
you kind of
it's-
excited when you're around adults.
it's been
When
rough.
is that supposed to happen?
I have no
Wow.
idea. But
Okay.
so apparently, okay, even before the Frost incident, they were doomed from the very start, and a lot had to do with the fact that nobody was fucking watching the show,
Yep.
or the channel or station or whatever the fuck. It's like they are literally at the bottom of the Nelson ratings,
Mhm.
which I guess you really shouldn't be surprised by this or any of us should be surprised by this, mainly because of the fact that, well, there's this thing called YouTube.
Yep.
And YouTubers and G4, for the most part, was dead at that point, right? It's just, you can't compete with a dude in his basement playing video games and giving reviews, honest reviews at that, right? Rather than just like whatever stapler and filing cabinet wrote for you.
Paid for.
Yeah. So it's I think bringing it back was a bad idea, and I mean, and they get into the fucking numbers here, and it's a fucking bloodbath. It is a fucking bloodbath. How bad was G4's 2.0's last place finish during its brief run from November 2021 to October 2022? The network managed to pull an average of only 1,000 viewers during the period of 8 to 11 p.m. 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. every
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
It's
Prime
Nielsen.
time.
Right, its
Fucking
Nielsen
1,000
rating
people.
for the 18 to 49 was a 0.
18 to 49.
The 18 to 49 demographic
Wow.
Their rating was a complete 0 for that.
Here's in real time the ratings.
There you go. Watch out. Watch out.
That hurt.
How Tox, how is that even possible? Like no one no one fell asleep to it, and it
what happens is you take 1,000 and divide that by the millions of people that are there, and it breaks your calculator.
Oh my
so
God.
there's
what's
nothing
funny
to say 0.
Is we were all being slightly hyperbolic about getting more views than them. No, I guess we were actually
literally getting
more
more
views.
views.
They were actually buying for views. They were buying views.
I didn't get more views.
Well,
I
but
did.
see, this goes back to what we were talking about before, where these people who are in charge of these things, this was a vanity project for some executive somewhere kid.
Oh,
And
Jason,
it's not about making money. It's not about making a product. It's not about making profit. It's about doing this thing just because, and it doesn't have to make any lick of sense from a business standpoint.
But Jason, you were 100% right. Do you know whose son was the one that relaunched this?
Yeah, the guy who owns the network.
That's right.
Oh my God! So check this out. For comparison, other networks which debuted this year alongside G4, the telenovela dedicated whatever. I'm not going to try and say that right there. I came in at 114th with 1,500 average views.
Wow.
15,000 average views.
Sorry, not 1,500, 50,000, 15,000. Sorry.
I have a question before we move on here. Who is the coronary sitting next to Crackhead here?
That's one of the dudes. I don't
The
remember.
completionist.
Yeah, he. I swear to God, he's looking at her like she's fucking high on crack.
Yeah,
And she
that's
looks
why I
she's
was
high on
like,
crack.
Dude, is that her?
That's
Or
her.
is that
That's
oh my
Frost.
God, I thought that was like a
Look.
Justin Bieber wannabe.
Neck tattoo. Neck tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Or neck tattoo. Yeah, I mean,
Yep,
she's
that's her.
just
wow.
neck tattoo. Yeah.
Why are
Okay.
you guys ogling over my body?
Chrissy Mayer does a better job as Frost than Frost does.
I'm not gonna lie. In that picture right there, she looks like
Somebody
the guy
fart.
who is the guy, the lead from Now You See Me? My brain's breaking on his name.
Trying to remember if that's the
Yeah,
pick I
it looks
used for
like
the
Jesse
thumbnail.
Eisenberg in drag.
Or the lead singer to that band was it Midnight back, you're the one you love. No? Okay, I'll shut up.
Oh yeah, it is the same picture I used. Yeah. Did I do that?
There's that sleeper
looks like
spy movie that
Eisenberg
Eisenberg
in
did.
drag.
That was actually pretty good.
Oh, it was terrible.
Well, maybe human. We're both Californians,
I like that.
so if that says anything about the California education system, technically, I was mainly educated in Texas, but I'm just retarded.
Brahma said Justin Long in a blonde wig.
Oh, that's good.
Not Justin Long, it's the other kid.
We're not allowing Brahma on the stream, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, he's not allowed on tonight because he's not feeling well.
Yeah, he's sick, right?
Yeah.
Too much bull's milk.
Yeah.
CNN had a 34% drop off year over year.
Yep. So, the entire point of the network was that they wanted to make it an esports hub. The old G4 stuff was legacy content.
Yeah, but see, they didn't market it as an esports hub.
Pretty sure I read this one, James.
They leaned into the legacy. G4
Black Lagoon. Oh, okay. No, this is different. You guys, any thoughts on Black Lagoon, Fist of the North Star? I always like calling them Oglog 13 or Oglog 31. It's basically go 13 backwards. And Loop on the Third. I think it's a bad idea. Big fucking bad idea.
I think he was asking what your thoughts are about the animes.
Oh, the animes? Oh shit, sorry. I'm retarded.
No,
my
you're
thoughts
not.
on the
Quit
anime. I have
saying
not
that.
seen Black Lagoon. Fist of the North Star. The actual movie is good. I didn't like the series. Google 13 is great. Love the movies. Very adult. Loop on the Third. Also really good.
Is Black Lagoon as an anime series good? Like I've tried.
I don't know. I think it is. I just I haven't seen it.
All right.
Carrie Busey's little.
Gosh, Disney Junior 29% drop. Disney Channel 25% drop.
Good. Fuck
Disney
them.
XD 36% drop.
Is this in the article?
This is in the other article that I posted.
Okay.
He's
But the actual numbers.
Let me go pull that one up.
Disney XD 36% drop.
crazy,
They do the
man.
top 50.
She looks
Because
terrible.
what you see is.
Why don't you show the article, Talks? 'Cause I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
You say Disney XD, and I'm just like, yeah, man.
Well, Disney XD is an actual station, an actual channel.
I
Yeah,
know.
so-
They didn't used to be, but I know.
Oh, okay, so it's variety.
Yeah, variety. So it just goes through the top 50. But it talks about G4. So ESPN and Crime TV were a lot. There were a lot of trials that were on Crime TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Rittenhouse trial, right?
Yeah, but
all that other stuff that they were showing.
Yeah, but you had Nick and other law tubers pulling more than that shit.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
And
I
they were
think that's what we're
streaming
seeing
crime,
there.
Crime TV.
Yeah, and that here they specifically call it G4 as the least watched of every network that Nielsen measures.
It's fucking sad.
So, right.
I mean,
But,
who wants the 18 through 49 market there, Talks?
There's your viewer. I know who wants that, but
Who
here's
wants
your
that?
viewers. NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox.
Dude, everyone's
Remember,
down.
this is Nielsen.
Yeah.
Right. Nielsen is not able to properly track,
Like streaming services?
streaming
Yeah.
services and all that kind of stuff.
And the
So
only
this
thing
is
is
just
up is
broadcast channel.
ESPN because of sports ball.
Right.
Right.
ESPN came back up. Well, there's a couple of others that are coming back up, but not a lot. CNN was down. Of course, we knew that. The
34%.
CW's down. Yeah.
That's a massive hit.
0%
Yeah, it's a
change.
huge hit for CNN.
Good.
Huge. That is.
TV Land is
them.
still a thing.
Fox News lost 1%.
1%. That's
So
not a
they're
big
just
deal.
killing CNN.
Well,
And
you got-
MSNBC, 22%.
You got Gutfeld is the #1 late night show.
And we're in a late night show. He blew them all out of the water. Why?
Which
Because
just-
he's being funny.
Like literally funny. He makes fun of himself. He makes fun of others. Like they lost. I'm telling you, it blows my mind in what has happened to entertainment in all aspects in the last 10 years. They literally feel like they have to wave the flag every night to say, I'm one of you. Please don't, cancel me. It's pathetic. It's pathetic.
What is the one good show that was on Freeform that got canceled this year? Because it's down 32%.
Dude,
Wow.
look at Reels channel, man. They're up.
Oh, yeah, Reels. They
107.
kicked that one
They
off.
Killed it.
Yeah.
You know, Freeform, when it was ABC Family, I think, had the Shannara Chronicles, which was not bad.
No, that was
And
on
then
that was on
actually-
MTV. That was on MTV.
Yeah, that's right. That was
Yeah,
MTV.
you're thinking of the other one. Something
Well,
about
hey,
here's-
Oxygen. Oxygen actually
Catalog.
gained. Dude, the ones
Oxygen.
that are they gained 10.
Oxygen
plus 10.
gained.
Yeah, 10%.
FFX.
But look, FFX
Adult
is going to get
Swim,
that.
wow.
That's got FFX
MTV,
has
Nickelodeon, Adult Swim, all fucking massively
they,
down.
Yeah, they massively went down. Adult Swim minus 37, but FFX has Archer,
yeah.
Right.
and a few others that were moved over to
Adult
that.
Swim used to be good. It used to be funny. Now,
Right.
now it's just like
Now
I don't
it's-
give a shit anymore.
Well, I mean, that's with
Sundance.
no, who is it? Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
That is with Rick and Morty.
That's
Everything
crazy,
else died.
then.
Well,
That's crazy.
they've
But-
lost a lot of viewers from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I can't believe HBO's not higher than that.
I was going to
Well,
say
the other thing too is the reason why is because with even Robot Chicken, like a couple years ago, this is like 2018, they were suffering from TDS. It's like I'm not watching Robot Chicken. But the other thing too is that they lost all their good shows. You know, they canceled Venture Brothers, which was a great show, even though it took
Stupid.
years for them to come out with a new season. Which at some point in time they're supposed to be doing that final movie. But yeah, I mean, all the stuff that I really enjoyed watching, they started doing live action shit like the Tim and Eric.
Right.
I hate Tim and Eric. I never liked their show.
Yeah, the live action stuff. They got out of what their comfort zone is.
Yeah.
I mean,
they did the Children's Hospital, which another live action show.
That sounds like fun. But hey, Talks,
Real
to
Channel,
your
Sundance TV, Family Entertainment TV,
It's nice to
IFC, old time movies, Magnolia Network, old time
Family.
television shows,
Family.
family shows. What do you think is happening? Go ahead.
Magnolia is going to blow up over there.
How the fuck did the Reels channel beat HBO?
That's insane.
That doesn't make no goddamn
with
sense.
House of the
to me.
Dragon, White Lotus.
That's
like
what
all
I'm
these
saying. That even if they're not putting out the type of shit they used to.
Yeah.
Now this has to be HBO. Now Reels doesn't have a streaming, so is this HBO just through the
It's
broadcast?
HBO proper, but they still broadcasted like Porky News was saying, like Scott was saying, like
Thank
they
you.
broadcasted the show first on there, didn't they? Then it was on streaming.
No,
but if you
it was
cut
at
the
the same
cord,
time.
It was the same time or whatever, but still.
But my
but if you
question
cut
is
the
this.
cord, you're not watching it, right? You're
My
not
que-
getting a Nielsen box.
That's the problem because like most people watch HBO Max. For Rick and Morty, most people I know watch it on Hulu. So
Exactly.
like this is like a skewed. Really, you're seeing what older.
And Reels channel
people are
jumped what
watching.
107%. How the fuck does that compute? What the hell did they
What
start
the fuck
showing
is
this
Reels
year?
anyway? I never heard the Reels.
It
like
was like
movies.
it's like a movie behind the scenes kind of channel.
Okay.
It's not really
Because you're telling me the NFL Network during this
That's
time
what I'm
lost
saying. The
that much
NFL
is-
Network
yeah.
should be way higher than that. That
No.
doesn't make
The
sense.
NFL. All right, the NFL Network and all that stuff on the where you would be measuring these Nielsen's. A lot of people dropped them because the NFL Network was separate, and Amazon bought Thursday Night Football. So that game tonight's on Amazon. It's not on the NFL Network. The NFL is going to get out of the game of having their own network, and Amazon's buying all that stuff out. Yeah. So you're seeing part of this is reflecting channels that are going away. So yeah, NFL Network.
Okay, I got a question. Did ESPN move away from the woke shit?
No.
No, not that I know.
No.
Culture.
No.
No, the culture.
Well, I
Can
was
I ask you a
wondering why
question?
they went up then when the NFL is
because
dropping.
people started those hardliners. I stopped watching my college team when they put the Black Lives Matter stuff on the back of their helmets and all that stuff. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped everything.
Me too.
The contributions that I gave to them for decades and all that stuff and everything. They were calling me, "Why are you doing this?" All this stuff. And I said, "Well, if you take those stickers off the helmet, I'll do it again." And there were a lot of people that did that for multiple years because of the whole kneeling thing and all of that. Yeah. What you're seeing is people starting to trickle back into that.
Could I ask a question about NFL though, Talks?
If you'd like to.
Well, like, because Kate J said it. What about like Red Zone is something I know a lot of people.
Oh, I love Red Zone.
Does that factor into NFL Network? Because I can't imagine.
No.
That's different.
That's DirecTV.
Okay.
It's a DirecTV property.
And that channel is, and that's all shifting, right? You did end up with two red zones eventually, Scott. So you're not entirely wrong.
Okay.
But you're actually going to see, because YouTube just spent $2 billion a year. So you're going to see the Sunday Ticket show up over on YouTube now. And I have
DirecTV is kind of screwed.
That DirecTV is effed.
Ion Mystery. I watch this channel.
Yeah, well, that's also what's funny is that's also available as and Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, and Tom, as a fast channel. It's a fast channel. You can get.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yes, I agree. Fast.
Yeah, I think so.
The free ad-supported streaming channels that you can get through Fubu and Pluto and all of this.
Oh, yeah, the more
Pluto
of his
stuff.
made-up word shit.
I haven't seen History Channel yet.
See, when I was a kid,
the Weather Channel. Oh,
We
people!
had-
do you see that Weather Channel going
had
down?
fast channels.
Why is the Weather Channel going down?
Because of climate change. People are dying.
Okay.
Less people to watch it.
Sorry, I stepped all over Jason for that poor
No,
joke. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. I was just saying, when I was a kid, we had fast channels. It was called television.
Yeah, I think it was also
And
called
it's the exact
UHF.
same concept. Yeah, it's the exact same concept. Only now the fast channels are going through the streaming
Public access, Tubi,
and
that kind of
you know
stuff.
your boxes instead of over the air. Just regular broadcast. That's the only difference.
What's
And
Fast
they wanna
Channel?
make
I'm sorry.
Free ad-supported television. So
Okay.
basically, it's like your network television, your broadcast channels, ABC, CBS, NBC. Only it's on through an online box of some
Stars.
sort.
Gotcha.
What did Stars have?
Yeah, what Culture was saying. Pluto TV, Tubi. What are some
Are
of the
those
other-
the streaming services?
Yeah.
Well,
fast.
they're provided through in a streaming process, but it's an ad-supported channel.
Right.
Like if you have a Amazon Fire TV.
Yeah.
you
Well,
can
yeah,
go
I know
and-
that basically most
Yeah.
smart TVs have access to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
what
you.
that is. So they just broadcast that stuff out.
Can I ask Culture? What is Culture's brought it up on the dump before? What is it's not Nelson who follows the all the streaming stuff. Isn't there another?
Well, Nelson. Okay, Nielsen actually. Yeah, no, you're fine. Nielsen can actually track streaming, but they do it in a different process, right? They're tracking number of minutes viewed via essentially packet traffic. Mm-hmm. But there is a service that actually tracks it, and Roku does as well. They just don't release their numbers. It's called
Scroll
Samba.
back up, Tox. News Station. That's plus 37. Sorry, Culture. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a new one that they started. I think didn't they rename One American News?
Yeah. And I think News Nation is what used to be WGN, to be honest with you, but I could be
it might
wrong.
be.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, and yeah, they jumped significantly.
Dabble.
Again,
Apple,
Court TV.
Yeah, but that's called Samba TV.
Yeah, Samba. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to remember what that was called too.
Isn't there another one that we were looking at metrics because they had some stuff out about Andor.
I don't think Boomerang's going to come back this time.
No.
What was the other one? Culture. You had the crap.
Tennis
I can't remember
Network
what the name of it
broke
is.
even.
Well, there are multiple metric services now.
Parrot.
Parrot
Analytics.
Okay, so the problem with Parrot Analytics, and I've done now 4 videos on my channel about it, is that it doesn't really sample actual viewership. It just samples interest in something, and then it extrapolates based on a bunch of bullshit data. What's even funnier about that, Jason, is actually the Wrap has decided to partner up with Parrot Analytics.
See this channel right here?
Yeah. Oh, the Cowboy channel.
Yeah, it's all comics. He's been watching all the Cowboy stuff since he got the ranch.
4% up. Look at that.
Mad Martin.
Thanks to that channel, Rhinestone sales went up like 110%.
They did. Yeah, I mean,
and big belt buckles.
I mean, so Comics spent like $10,000 on a speaker system so that Rhinestone Cowboy gets played every time his Jeep heads down towards his ranch. It just keeps going all the way
You'd be surprised how I had to bribe my neighbors to allow me to put sensors on the road to do that.
Oh, dude, really?
Respect, bro.
No.
By bribe, do you mean beat them senseless? Is that what Mad was doing in the bushes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What else is he good for?
Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Oh, see, NBC Sports Network. So this.
Wow.
Nice.
So that was how you used to get your local sports channels. So when I was watching Chicago Blackhawks and the Bulls and all that stuff, because there were people that I knew that were on those teams.
Mm-hmm.
It was through NBC Sports Network. And what's happened is they've lost all those contracts.
Right.
So they lost the contract to the NFL. They lost the contract with the NBA to carry those games locally, and they've gone to somebody else. So that's some of these things you see that. And it, yes, these numbers, oh my God, look at these. Oh my God, the numbers.
Baby first TV.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got to think about what are they measuring and where are they?
Elon Musk must be right about, underpopulation because Baby First TV went down.
There you go. That's right.
I tried to.
There's no Baby First.
No.
I was reading a book by Mark Stein. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I got to dig it out. But he was talking. This is something he wrote, I think, like 10 years ago. And most of the book, he's talking about population sustainability and how everywhere practically we're either right on the cusp or have just crossed the threshold where our population replacement rate is at the point now where certain countries, Japan being the big one, has gone past the point where they have a sustainable population.
Yep. So they've been having a lot of love making.
Well,
no,
what
they're
it
not
is,
having kids.
Which is the reason
out.
why they're pushing for immigration in a lot of countries is because of the specifically first world countries is because of reproduction rates have dropped so much,
right,
to the point where a culture or a country can't sustain itself anymore. Culture or a country,
Here
Yeah,
it
both
is.
are kind of one and the same.
And I'll give you
There's
three
the very
guesses.
bottom.
Which cultures have a very much improved population replacement rate?
That would be the Middle East.
Yes.
And our southern border.
Yep.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
Where is that? Hold on,
Can I
Scott.
just-
Thanks,
I'll
buddy.
find it. Hold on.
Thanks.
Hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
Here. Okay. And there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
still
here.
have
So-
I still have a 45 of Rhinestone Cowboy, by the way.
Nice.
My
I
father
just want to
has
say that had I
reams of
known there
45.
was a Pursuit channel, I might have actually watched that.
Yeah.
What
But
is
that's
they
like-
pursuing?
I don't
I'm
know.
hoping it's car chases. I missed.
I was gonna say,
fucking
you know
car
what? I
chases
can
on the
I can
news
point you
and
out to
shit.
some really good YouTube
Oh,
channels.
OJ,
Corey.
Oh, dude, I know.
All
No,
those
I have an
Twitch
entire file.
channels. Oh,
I have an entire
Oh.
file on my phone that's just.
What's even
idiots.
better is I found one that gets a
Sorry.
bunch from near me, so I'm like just waiting for somebody I know to show up on one of those motherfuckers.
okay.
Right.
Now I know why this is not watched that much. Okay.
Well, I got to
Why,
say
what?
something down
Here we go.
75%, and they're
This
still
is the
beating
Pursuit
G4.
channel.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's gay. That's gay.
see, you heard the disappointment in Corey and I's voice right there, right?
Is he
Yes.
hugging
Oh.
the turkey?
Wait,
I don't
look.
give a
Yeah.
fuck about
Fishing.
fishing, and
Hunting, fishing,
Ah.
the virtue.
I mean, I'm glad it's a
We
manly
live in the
channel, but it's a
outdoors.
misleading
Is it
fucking
manly?
title.
nobody
Wildlife
cares
Adventure
about
Wednesday.
hunting shows.
Comix gets
Generic
that every
Bear
Saturday.
Grylls.
By,
It's brought to you by Cabela.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
There we go.
Basically, this looks like it's Cabela's TV station.
Basically.
Oh, look.
What the hell is Close Call Thursday? Hey, Ted Newton.
Hey, Ted Nugent.
Yeah, Nugent. I said Newton. Oh my God.
Ted
There
Nugent.
you
might as well call
go.
it
See,
Ted
it's
I'm
a
having
little
a stroke.
manly.
Yeah, he.
Yeah.
I just gotta say,
Wait
who
a second. What the fuck was that
cares
dog doing?
about hunting shows and fishing shows?
I'm with
anymore?
Corey, though.
Actually, go
Like,
out there and
those
do it.
Those died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when's the last time you saw like Bassmaster or some weird ass show?
I don't
yeah.
know. Not since the dude died. but,
Dude,
like-
I work with a lot of guys, and they do watch a lot of that stuff, man. Like mostly like the
Oh,
Bassmaster stuff.
Musky
I will
fishing
watch-
here is a religion.
Dude,
Old
I'll
dudes
watch
love
River
that shit.
Monsters.
There
I'll watch
is an
River Monsters
opportunity
over any
here.
of that shit any day. Like
There
River
is an
Monsters-
opportunity here for us
Oklahoma
as
man noodling.
creators to get on Pluto TV, Tubi, and put our content on these fast channels.
Mhm.
You know, and I think Pops over at Comic-Con, I can't remember, Pops Van Zant, he's actually working on putting together a bunch of creators networking together to come up with a Pluto TV channel.
Okay.
Wait.
All-
We're talking
all
like
YouTube.
Comic-Con, like the website?
No, not the sales tracking site. Pops
Okay.
Van Zant, he's got a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And he's been talking to a bunch of guys. He says he's trying to put together
Can't even
a bunch of
pronounce this one.
creators to have content to create a Pluto TV channel. We've been thinking about doing it for a number of years too.
Jason,
Right.
Jason,
Oh,
here-
that's formerly Telenovas.
we can do this. We can do this. We can do an OTT channel on Roku in a matter of moments. The problem is publishing. Publishing to those takes time. It's not easily streamlined, and you have to have a video service like Venmo or something like that. There's a lot of steps you have to jump through to publish. But if
Venmo
you're
or
willing-
Vimeo?
Vimeo, excuse me, yeah, Vimeo. You have
Well,
to
I mean,
be
having
able-
a Vimeo account is not that hard. I mean,
no. But the Vimeo, the video streamer. So, but what I'm saying is, you have to have so you have to have a WordPress account. Then you have to put all your stuff in. I can't forget what the script code is. It's like PHP, but it's not.
talking about
And-
RSS feed.
No. Although that's helpful because
I know, like with podcasting, certain things require you to have like a RSS feed of your shows.
Yeah, you'll need that too. But essentially, there's like 4 hoops you have to jump through for every time you're going to publish something. That's the problem. That's the barrier to entry for an OTT.
What do you need a WordPress account for?
Because you have to be able to publish all of your information at once in a location that can that can propagate your feed into the OTT server for like Roku.
So
Yeah,
you
but
need
you-
an
you
RSS
don't
or
need
something like
You don't
that.
need. You could probably do that with something else other than WordPress.
Just not the way Roku works. I'm not sure how anything else works. But I mean, I can send you a website that walks you through the whole process. But yeah, it's pain in the ass.
See, one of these days, we're at the point now where a lot of these we're seeing it with indie comics people that are moving away from Indiegogo or Kickstarter, and they're using their own websites, their own .coms for the funding side of things. I think we're shifting back to how things were in the early 90s, where everybody's going to have their own website. And we feed all of our video into the .com. I wouldn't have any problem basically broadcasting directly to the .com and bypassing everything. If I knew people would watch, you just go to sci-fi4me.com and you could watch us there. It's not how it is.
Then you and I need to talk, because I think you could run your OTT from your website.
Probably. OTT, how do I explain it? I take it frame by frame it. That was for you.
I'm down with OTT.
All right. You know me.
Down with OTT.
But I think we need to get away from YouTube, but the challenge is getting the audience away from YouTube.
Well, there are people making millions of dollars every year with their OTT channels on Roku and places like that, because they're subscription.
Yeah, it's kind of basically the way to go these days, is to basically get your stuff on Roku or something like that. The whole thing is, as much as I agree with you, Jason, that we should move away from YouTube. YouTube is a battleground. It's we can't abandon it, in my opinion.
No, I agree.
We should definitely invest in something to. Obviously, YouTube's not doing me any favors, right, when it comes to growing my audience.
They're killing mine, man.
Yeah.
Could I literally this Wednesday I gained 446 subs from like a sub rush, and the next day they took 500 away from me.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that sucks about it, is like I was literally like three subs away from
at noon.
I was three subs away from hitting 11,000, and now I'm back at 10,988. And
yeah,
it's
dude, I literally put out a 5K. Like, look at this, and now I'm at 4,500. Like, they make it so hard, and then. Well,
it used to be easy, and then they start fucking it up.
And then when you get, demonetized, and you have a lawyer, Jane Theory, write a letter for you, and you send it to them, and they respond in 30.
She's a lawyer?
Well, she might not be one. She plays one on TV, I think.
She plays one on YouTube.
She's really smart. Let's just put it that way. So I always pretend.
She could be a lawyer if she's not one.
She could.
Does that mean I can be a cop on YouTube?
You are a cop on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, no. Please don't say that.
But they responded in less than 30 seconds. Like,
you're under arrest, sugar.
Oh, my. What an awfully big stick you have there, Officer Tom.
Tom's going to do a strip shirt.
Oh my!
I derailed Scott. I'm sorry.
No, it was better than what I.
So they responded back within 30 seconds. Basically, so they did a scan of it.
Right.
And they respond back and they didn't do anything. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. I mean, I got 2 channel strikes from a Warner Brothers account with a Gmail account. Like they don't care about the little guy. They will take away
they don't.
Thank God my life isn't wrapped up in YouTube finances. Like, some of the people that we know that push the envelope, like, you got to give them credit, because it's all or nothing with some of them. Like,
you get to Gary's level. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
he has a partner and all that stuff to go. He has somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
So last Monday, my Twitter account was deleted.
I thought I lost you.
And they gave exactly. So so I asked why, and it was do the appeal. So I did the appeal, and they said you did it for these 4 things. So I responded back to that saying I didn't do this, or this anywhere in any place in my timeline. No way did any of these things
respond back personally saying tough shit.
No,
no, he didn't. But they responded back saying this is our final decision. That's it.
Yeah, that's
now.
bullshit.
And Talk said why, and they said it's human nature.
Well, the second thing that they said was that I was using multiple accounts to circumvent a permanent ban. Huh? I'm like, not until now. And there are still people in Twitter that are doing that. They just find somebody, they don't like your name, they don't do this. There are real dicks working at these places. And I'm not talking about the funny Dicks Division. We're going to do some songs, and we did some great songs last Thursday. And you guys need to go watch that episode. And We are working on more stuff. We had a good meeting last night. We are creating stuff that is going to make us laugh. And that's what we're putting it out there, right? And we're going to put it on Rumble. Well, it makes Comix cry because I'm going to send them a bill.
Well, we're actually still getting views on that, by the way.
And we should, and we're going to. We're learning and we're doing stuff as a group, and we're having a great time. Tom did some great original songs. Corey's voice is sounding great, and Culture really does sound like Bing Crosby. He really does.
I stood outside, looked through the window. That was fun.
We all said we voted.
Yeah.
And not you. So
thank you, sir.
But maybe we could have him in the no. All right. But yes. So we're doing stuff like that.
We can eject him outside of the airlock.
Mm-hmm. We'll have him instead of a Floral and that group do the red carpet thing. We'll have Scott do it.
I'm really cheap, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
I think he'd be perfect for the Pride Month special.
He would, because we are going to do a Pride Month
sister,
special.
I could do it, baby.
We see Edgo as our guest host. Edwin,
spelled
Edwin.
EDCO.
All we have to do is all identify as non-binary.
Oh no, my
solo effort.
Self-proclaimed CFO Edwin is definitely a blue-haired awesome. You know what? I'll get him while you're talking.
Blue-haired ocelot.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But we're having fun doing that stuff, and you've got the Rumble account now. You have over 400 people on Rumble now at Comix Division.
Nice.
And we have over 200 on Odyssey. And
nice.
Is it a pain in the ass to go between all those and the chat we got on YouTube and all that stuff to be able to interact with that? Yes. But all these things will eventually get to the point. They always do. Everything moves towards proprietary, but they end up in a non-proprietary shared standard. And that will happen. And when that happens, it's kind of like when Edwin has all the genders at once.
Every gender.
So he is unigendered.
They.
No, my pronouns are sh and s.
Exactly. He's a that. He's you know when they were going so fast in Spaceballs they turned plaid.
They went plaid.
That's Edwin. That's Edwin.
Ludicrous
I'll make your
speed.
balls turn bright colors too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
see, this is the kind of comedy that we need in
I
our
need the
programs.
sexual harassment panda.
Look, I'll come back. I'll come back
harassment
for the
and-
month of June and run the show because Comix Division. He may be gay, but not super gay.
Oh, well, that's true.
On that note, speaking of gay, Corey has to get out
Corey's
of
gotta
here.
go.
I do. Hey, and guess what? I hit 600 today.
Yay!
That's right. We're currently
Congrats.
sitting at 620.
Nice.
I do have some
Well
awesome
deserved.
things coming up for the next year. I'm going to have Nickweiser on the 1st for Corey's Corner. It didn't
Awesome.
all suck. It's going to be our discussion about what movies we saw that we liked the most out of the 2022 garbage. And then I'm going to be releasing, I'm going to share my screen real quick. This is going to be the January exclusive design for the new t-shirt that I'm launching soon. If you guys could pop that up real quick.
Sure thing. You want to get talks? There we go.
So this is the first design for my new t-shirt. It will be available on Spreadshop on the 1st.
I have to ask,
And-
man, what kind of drugs were you on when you did that?
Just the good old MJ, you know. And then there's this one, which will also be going live on New Year's Eve. You can imagine where the banana will be on the shirt, and it's fantastic. So banana for scale for everyone. There you go. I am Corey from SirAlot. Make sure you're subscribed. I released a special song commemorating my 600, and I hope to see you guys next year. Definitely going to be around. So, oh yeah, and I'm starting a Twitch channel. Beginning of next year, probably first week of January, I will be streaming a Cyberpunk playthrough. I have been power leveling my character. So I'm doing a very hard monowire. only.
Leveling your character. Oh, power leveling. Sorry.
leveling.
Sorry. I was
Yeah.
thinking
He
something
didn't
else.
say power bottoming talks.
Oh,
I know
sorry.
that got you a little
Sorry.
excited, but
Both are okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But the goal for that is affiliate by February, and it's not a hard goal, especially since I'm going to put the time in for it. We're going to do the Cyberpunk to start things off so I can figure out Twitch, and then we'll move to multiplayer games. I have like 70 billion people asking me to play fucking Rocket League, so let's do it. But that'll be after I'm done with Cyberpunk. So
what's a Rocket League?
You wouldn't know.
You're right, I wouldn't.
It's a little after your time.
Atari 2600 here. I peaked at Atari 2600. Thank you very much.
Is that ET?
That is ET, and
Oh,
it still works.
God.
It still works.
That is crap.
Sat for 30 years in my mom's garage. I cleaned it up, popped it in, went right up.
They don't make it like they used to.
That's the greatest Atari game ever made.
Yeah, by grace he means completely fucking awful.
You know what? It actually plays better than I remembered it.
I bet.
What was
You're gonna
All
punch
right,
me now.
let's
Hold
get
on.
Corey out of here and we'll get to
Corey, goodbye.
Bye. I love you
Bye.
guys. Don't get
Get
murdered.
the sticker when it comes out. It's great.
And talks,
Stay
not
sexy
talks,
and
sorry,
don't
Tom,
get
you do the outro thingy for him.
Yeah.
I like a little whipped cream on my chocolate pudding sometimes.
That was good.
That was good. Okay, Peter Shays helicopter tours for $2. Isn't some big director doing Akira live action? I don't know.
I heard
I did too.
something about it, but I can't remember.
That has been in development for
like 10 years.
gobs of years.
Yeah.
And it was going to be set. They were going to do it in New York instead of Tokyo. And Gary Oldman was supposed to be part of it. And it was basically like you're taking everything out of Akira that made Akira.
Yeah, Akira. Yeah, pretty much.
Why are you even bothering with this? I
Yeah,
mean, there's no
it's like when they did the Death Note. It's fucking pointless.
But they do it with everything.
No kidding. Sassy Southern Belle for $2 over on the Rumble side says the new shows being introduced in the fall and with the COOF. Networks are networks are putting shows out all the time. There is no build up, which adds to the excitement of seeing your favorite hunk in a new show. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, one of the articles that we thought about doing but was rejected was the 23 shows that wasn't Variety, it was somebody else. I think it was Variety that was looking forward to next year, and they were just awful.
Yeah,
there were a few good ones there.
James Hurley says Mark Strong as Agent 47. Not the Google.
I could see that. I like Mark Strong. He was in. Did you ever see the Kingsman?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was the butler guy.
Oh yeah. I can see that.
He was the bad guy in the first Sherlock Holmes with more. Downey Jr.
Yeah, he'd be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great.
That's a good call. Yeah, that's a good call.
He's a great tough guy.
He's an excellent actor.
Yes.
As well. That's a great call.
Ty for $1.99. Thoughts on TikTok being banned by the House? Normally I would be against such things, but since I believe TikTok is nothing more than Chinese spyware, I think it should be banned.
I mean, I was a big deal over there for a while, and I literally got after my third account. I just wouldn't go back because once they have access to your phone, they have access to your network at home. If you're at home, like they are. Like people are like, so what's the big deal? It is a big deal. Like that is not something just to brush over.
TikTok is Chinese spyware. TikTok was a declaration of war.
Yes.
On the United States.
Yes.
And that's what that is. And
if we're gonna let the Chinese spy on us, we need to do it the old-fashioned way, the way Eric Swalwell did.
Yeah.
Sleep with them.
Right. At least get laid.
At least somebody's getting something out of it.
Him get small, bang, 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 bang.
That poor
well,
they go to,
the other
they
thing
went to
too,
Wang's Cantonese Chinese Theater, got destroyed.
The whole thing with that is, they need to go after Zoom next because all that stuff is being shipped over to China. I mean, literally everything I guess is spying on you. My mom got a new printer.
Yeah.
And it's a Wi-Fi enabled printer. And usually hey, these things are great. Then you're like, what the fuck are they putting in the software these days? And she's
Absolutely.
like, it's probably copying everything you scan.
Yep.
Or print. And it's like, ooh.
Dude, look.
Like, normally I'd be like, Mom, you're just being fucking paranoid, but it's like, I think you're probably right.
No, it is.
Look.
So
I'm sorry.
during
this is an HP
COVID
print?
with Zoom, so if you had a doctor's appointment on Zoom, every single bit of that went Chinese server.
Yep.
Every single bit of it.
Well, look at Yahweh and some of their branch, divisions. They are building like towers with their product, their cell tower products. It's American, but they're using their products right near naval bases, or not naval bases, army bases, all up like like Rocky Mountains, like that area, literally right outside our bases.
Hold on,
Yes,
hold
sir.
on.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Culture Casino.
Yeah, thank you.
Teacher recognizes Culture Casino.
It's not Yahweh, dude. It's Huai.
Oh, come on.
Yahweh is like a religious thing. So you might
I was about to say.
I didn't say Yahweh. What did I say? I said Yahweh.
You said
Is it
Yahweh.
worse that I'm completely lost either way?
Well, no matter what, God had a right to do it.
Huai is like total garbage. In fact, everything Huai was just banned from the United States in the last 6 months. So yeah,
I know they had computers, reasonably cheap computers too. I'm like,
And phones.
And phones.
stuff,
I knew a lot of guys who bought their phones. I was like, ooh, look, they're not our friends no matter what our president wants you to think. Like they're
his friends.
They're his friends.
Yeah,
And his sons.
Oh yeah.
They're his sponsors.
Yeah.
Good point.
Go ahead and call him
That's right. Where do you think Nancy
Mr.
got all that ice
Gregory
cream?
for $50 $.
Hi, Grant.
Germ. Okay. We'll finish
George
the book.
R.R.
J.J.
Martin.
R.R. Martin. Okay. I was like, Germ? I was like, we'll finish the book as I immediately knew what he was talking about. He will never get to read them. Sorry.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
I'll do it for you.
I know you're tired. We'll get it.
I'm tired and I was like leaning back.
Yeah.
I was like, that is really fucking small prone.
George R.R. Martin will finish the books. We will never get to read them. That's the issue. They exist, but they are not for human consumption.
Okay.
Let that
maybe
let
like
that
the Batgirl film.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
No, look, the problem also is he uses it. It looks like a Commodore 64 computer to write all his books on. Like that thing is like him, a cheeseburger away from dying. Like, and he'll lose all his work. Oh man, I can't get back into it. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Okay, so Peter Shares Helicopter was for $2 says Jirid Completionist was a hostage. Nice guy in real life. Yeah, you could tell from the whole Frost thing, he looked like a fucking hostage.
Yeah.
Even in that photo that we had up earlier, he looked like a fucking hostage.
It was just that one dude in the video that was like, "Get it to her, give it to him." Like the guy.
I don't remember the dude's name.
Oh, dude, what a douche.
Eric K for $5. I heard Comix Division was a Fire Stick, but he took penicillin for that. Oh my God! The cock and balls.
Sorry, that's a fire log.
Just call it a Yule log at that point.
It's a Yule log.
James Hurley, Comix Division crew. What is your favorite guilty pleasure movie? Mine is White Chicks.
Ooh. All right, who has it first? We'll start with them. Because I know mine.
I'm gonna have to go with Cherry 2000.
That's a good one. So my guilty pleasure, while everyone else is thinking, is a movie called Out Cold. It's a snowboarding film.
Oh yeah,
got a great soundtrack. Jason London and Lee Majors is in it, and it's just Zach Galifianakis is the first time I saw him in a film, and it just crude. If the Dix Division were snowboard instructors, that would be our film. That's
hilarious.
That's my guilty pleasure film.
All right, Oh, sorry, we haven't got through everybody.
Let's see. Tom, all right, raise your hands because I've got another one. All right, Culture.
I have a handful of them, but this one is
Super Mario
I'm
Brothers.
sure you got a handful. Super Mario Brothers. Are you guessing for Culture or saying yours?
No, I'm saying it.
Super Mario Brothers. I can see that. Okay, Culture.
I am. I'm gonna say this. This is number one, but I have like 1A, 1B, 1C. Number 1A is Show. 'Em. 'Girls. Show. 'Em. 'Girls. 'Show. 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 'Em. '
Culture is so
Brahma
repressed.
says, "Don't mess with the Zohan."
Can I?
Don't mess with the Zohan. That's a great one.
Our
I have
child,
one more.
Pleasure film. That's a great
Disco.
well, our
Superman
childhood.
3.
Oh, Superman 3 is a good one. Our childhood films like The Last Dragon and stuff are those
No.
guilty pleasures?
Whatever you want, man.
It's like I love I will get stuck on Wyatt Earp. You know, like
That-
not
I can see
Tombstone,
that,
but
yeah.
Wyatt Earp. You know, like
Wyatt Earp,
movies
yeah.
like that.
Which is a different film.
Yeah, completely different, much longer. Kevin Costner though, man.
Xanadu
kinda like
was
when they
pretty
came up with the
trippy,
two.
actually, Lisa. I watched that not too long ago. It's
Which was
not as,
Xanadu.
yeah, it's not really that bad. It was kind of trippy, but not bad.
Back then it was. I used to live near her.
I could imagine back then, but
Xanadu.
the soundtrack definitely helps.
Well,
we
that
are
settles
here.
it. We're
I
doing a
don't
disco
hate
album.
Garbage Pail Kids
Oh
either.
my god, Jason, have you gone yet?
Jason's
no,
like trying to hide and get off stream.
I think Spaced Invaders would be on that list.
That's a good
Okay,
one.
that's a good one.
Douglas
I
Barr
like that one.
and the Martians who intercept the War of the Worlds broadcast and they think, oh, hey, we're supposed to be invading Earth.
That's funny.
Under the Rainbow is
Mm.
probably another one that's in that set. I don't know if it's aged that well, but that might
Under
be
the
a-
Rainbow. That's
It's got
familiar.
midgets in it. That's all that matters. It's
The
Chevy
hard
Chase,
way.
Carrie Fisher. It's about the making of Wizard of Oz and how crazy all the little
that's
people were.
Right.
All right. I
9.5
think
weeks.
there we go. Southern Bell's giving us a little insight there. 9.5 weeks.
I feel like if the chat starts throwing them out, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's one of them too. Like
J.A.F.O said The Hard Way, but I didn't consider that a guilty pleasure movie. It's just a good movie.
Mecha J, apparently Xanadu.
I was almost gonna say Ice Pirates too.
Ghoulies?
Oh god, Ice
Resident Evil.
I like anything that has little rubber monsters in it, so I'm sure I could come up with like a dozen of them.
Anything with vampires.
The Godzilla films are my favorite, but I mean, I wouldn't consider those guilty pleasures.
No, they got enough of a fan
Was
base.
it Small Soldiers or Tiny Soldiers? where they
Tiny
used-
Soldiers.
Tiny Soldiers.
Where they
That
use the
was
figures.
Yeah, it was so good.
You remember that
That's Small
crazy film
Soldiers.
Toys?
Yes, with Robin
Oh,
Williams.
God, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, where the
weird.
kid like bought them.
Yeah,
the toy was great.
No, you're thinking of the toy with
No,
Richard
that's-
Pryor.
Oh,
no. Toys is the
Toys
one
has
with-
Robin Williams
Toys
and
is
Joan
Robin Williams.
Cusack in it.
Yeah, it's really off the wall.
Patch Adams.
Oh, it also has a
Toy Soldiers is the one that has Sean Astin and all those guys in it.
Oh my!
Small Soldiers is the one from Joe
Is
Dante, which is basically Gremlins 3.
Brahmabull
Right.
just said it. A movie
It's
that
one of-
come. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Culture. You're
No, it's good. It's fine.
no. I was.
What did Brahma say?
Brahma said The Replacements. It's like I'm trying to think of
That's
if
a
a
great
movie.
football movie. Keanu Reeves.
Right. Any movie that comes on like FX and I'm like, oh, this movie sucks, but I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a guilty pleasure. And The Replacements,
Replacements
I
was basically
love
the
it.
last
Love
good
it.
movie that Gene
The
Hackman was
toy.
in.
It's
You
called
do
The
a
Toy.
double
Yeah.
feature with The Replacements and Necessary Roughness.
Oh, it's so great.
The
Necessary
original one?
Roughness. What a
Yeah,
horrible
oh,
film.
yes.
Sinbad
Necessary
on the
Roughness 2.
campus of the University of North Texas. when I was a
Yes.
student.
and Brooklyn Decker.
With no, not Brooklyn Decker. It's with
Name.
Kathy Ireland.
They
Kathy
did a part
Ireland.
2
Ireland.
of Necessary
Yeah.
Roughness.
And let's
They
not
did a
forget
second one.
the worst but greatest football movie of all time,
Didn't
The
know.
Program.
The Program. Yep, I remember that
About
one.
the college.
At the college
let's put
and all
the
that stuff.
let's put the women and children to
Does
bed.
anybody
and go,
remember the
looking for
controversy around that movie?
what
No.
the program?
Nobody remembers it but me, it seems like. They had to cut a scene out of it before it even
Because they
left
were
theaters.
laying in the middle of the
Because
road.
there's kids laying in the middle
Yep.
of the road as
Yep.
like this. They were drunk doing stupid shit, and some stupid fucking kids went and did it
and got run over.
and got run over.
Yeah,
So they
I'll
had to
never
cut
forget
it
that.
from the
Always
movie.
some
Yeah.
stupid kid that ruins it for
But
everybody.
it was on the VHS.
I don't think it was it?
No, it was. I had it. Yep.
I don't
Somebody said
remember.
something in the movie.
Remember that
popped in my
movie
head.
Cat's Eye?
Yes,
Okay.
that's getting a 4K
Oh, I know.
release actually.
UHF.
Oh,
I
God,
love
good
UHF.
But that to me is not a guilty pleasure.
I was just about to
No,
say.
it was
That's
a
a
good
great
movie that
film.
just got released at the wrong time because it got released the same summer as like fucking Batman and Ghostbusters.
Well, they
2
filmed
and
that around
Indiana
where I
Jones
lived.
and
And I know
everything
people
else,
that were in the film, and I was an extra in the film.
Yeah, didn't you say
Oh, wow.
they filmed it in a school in your town or something?
Filmed in a
like
school
that?
in my town. They filmed it in a couple of the place where Spatula City was right next to me, and they tore it down.
Yeah.
Cannonball.
I'd asked you about that because the rumor was that nobody bought the billboard that Spatula City was on. So that billboard sat there for like a year and a half, or
almost 2 years.
Like that.
Almost 2 years.
Can I ask a question? Because like I see a lot of great movies in the chat, and we're saying great. There's a difference between guilty pleasure and like, you know, movies that we all love because of our
guilty pleasure would be like Howard the Duck, Garbage Pail Kids,
like Batman and Robin.
Sure. Like Out Cold is not going to win any kind of award at all.
Right.
The original
However, it's
Buffy
funny.
the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, I love that movie.
The movie?
I don't know if I
more of a
consider
cult
that
classic
one.
than anything else.
I was going to say
Well,
that one actually did well in the box office, but yeah.
But Paul Rubens has such a great.
Oh, he's great in that.
Yeah, he was.
He's so awesome.
I don't even know if I'd consider Mystery Men one because that one was fairly well received. It just
That's kind of fun.
yeah,
Tommy Boy is
same
not a
thing.
guilty pleasure.
That's a
dude.
classic.
That's a classic. But 16-bit said Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. That's
you
a
can
guilty
probably
pleasure.
consider
Oh, okay.
Robots, I was like,
Steel.
This is my
Steel
kids'
with
voice.
itself.
Love this movie.
Yeah.
How about Blue Steel with Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis, where she's the cop.
Oh wait, Stone Cold.
Oh, that's a guilty pleasure. And
Stone Cold.
Someone said Teen Wolf. That's not a guilty pleasure, but Teen Wolf 2
Teen Wolf 2, right?
with Jason
right.
Bateman.
Yeah, because he's terrible.
Toxic
Same
Avenger,
thing with Weekend
cult
at Bernie's.
classic.
Weekend at Bernie's was a huge fucking hit.
Awesome.
People don't realize
It
how
was huge.
big
That stayed
of a
in
hit it
theaters
was.
for almost a year.
That's why we got Weekend at Bernie's too.
Literally, Tom,
Here we go.
Tom, literally,
Space Truckers.
the Hamptons
I love
blew
Space
up
Truckers.
after that.
That's on Amazon.
The Hamptons.
Oh my
blew
God, I
up,
remember I
yeah.
come in peace.
People learned about the Hamptons because of Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
We're talking
The
about
A-Team
weird-
movie from 2010.
Yes.
I love that film.
It's terrible.
When he's flying the tank.
Yeah,
That
I
is
love
one of
that.
the greatest lines ever
It was
filmed.
It was
Okay.
so great.
All right,
And,
I gotta move on to
oh
other-
man, we're having
Oh.
fun.
I'm sorry.
I love how Brahma shows up at the end.
Top.
I thought you were sick.
Sylvester Stallone
Over
over
the
the
top.
top.
Oh
There you
my
go.
God! Yes, where he
Arm
moves his
wrestling movie?
finger.
You know what's great about that movie is Sylvester Stallone got paid like $12 million fucking dollars.
Are you kidding me?
to be in that movie? No, I shit you not.
Oh my
Because
God.
Canon gave him like this exclusive deal. They paid him a shit ton of money.
That's
And
insane.
that movie flopped.
But I
hardcore.
loved it as a kid. You don't got a prayer in Vegas, Hawk.
All right, Blue Eyed Ruth Korean for $5 over on the Rumble site says Atari ET was rushed to coincide with the movie release. Sounds familiar.
Yep.
Scott Warshaw got screwed, but he exposed the early big tech corruption at Atari. Check out the documentary Atari Game Over. Yeah, I watched a video a number of years ago about the video game crash that happened back in the 80s with Atari. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you see that when it was called High Roller or High Score? That's on Netflix.
No, I haven't. But
Okay.
it was really interesting because you had all these game companies out there rushing to get stuff out, and it was just garbage. And ET is like a perfect example of the issues that the gaming industry had back in the 80s that almost collapsed the entire industry.
They overproduced.
Yeah.
So they oversaturated their market previously, and then what they did is they produced more gaming systems than were actual children and families in the U.S. Right,
And then they went the other mile on the games because, like, notoriously, E.T. and Pac-Man were two games that, like Tox just said, they had produced. I think it was they'd only sold like close to 1 million units, I think, and then they produced another 1 million units, thinking they were going to sell that many more. And
Well,
they produced over 2 million cartridges of Pac-Man. So basically, there was more cartridges of Pac-Man in the world than there were actual systems to play them on.
correct. And the ET they pushed to
Same
get that
kind of
done
thing, yeah.
early to make a
And
release
we-
date because they had sold Atari and was more corporate at that time. And then when ET came out, they wanted to make before Christmas. So they released that and they'd already bought, as they produced 2 million of them, which is more consoles than they had sold. And then they produced consoles up to that point to be able to do that. And then nobody bought them that year.
Well, and we actually got a chance. RJ at Critical Blast and I interviewed Howard Scott Warshaw.
Oh,
Yeah, I put the link in the private chat there for anybody to see it. But he said basically this game was going to get done. And
no matter what,
and he was just like, okay, yeah, I think I can do it. And he didn't have any idea what the expectations were, and just almost killed himself putting in the time and the work to actually deliver on this thing.
And I think Tox and I have to add a 1. Nothing. I think we have to add a 1 to each one of our numbers, but yeah, something like that. It's still like they overproduce the games.
Yeah, the scale is they overproduced more than they had sold, and then they created, and then they commissioned to have enough consoles built up to that number, and then the sales just bottomed out in Christmas.
Because looking at the number, like they said, by 1989, the 2600 had sold 25 million units. So that's, like I said, I think we have to add like a 1 to that.
Yeah, so. I think it was multiple millions, but they had produced more than they actually had, and it wasn't backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So that's when you
and they also turned around. They had another system right on the horizon, the 7800 or whatever it was, wasn't it?
I think because there was a huge dive in sales, and without that, Nintendo wouldn't have had the time to come up with the NES, because there was a 2.5 year gap between that, and that's when the PC games started coming in. So you had Wolfenstein and Doom and all that stuff coming up, right?
Well, and Warshaw even said that E.T. is what killed Atari.
100%.
Oh, yeah. Well, that and selling it to Warner Brothers, I think, too.
Yeah. I mean, the guy who came up with there's a lot here. We could keep going. Comics, we need to finish those.
But at that point, Famicom had already become huge in Japan. And when Nintendo brought it over here, they were smart in that they marketed it completely differently than the Atari. Like they made it as more of a home entertainment system. And and because at that point they're like, well, this video game thing has crashed. But at that point also, when we had saw Mario Brothers for the first time and shit like that, that was like arcade level kind of graphics for us at home. That was insane. So like that totally changed the playing field. Yeah.
It's also the reason you had the Nintendo seal of approval. There wasn't going to be another ET.
Yep. Right. All right. Sporking News Podcast for $2 on the Rumble side. He says, here's $2 so I can ask your chat to follow me on Rumble. Wait to show Scott. Wait to show.
Way to mute yourself, Scott.
Yeah, don't worry. I do that so you guys won't, hate me.
Southeast Kaiju.
He paid for it. It's not shilling. It's advertising.
Thank you, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's a tax write-off.
Southeastern Kaiju for $2. Happy New Year's Eve, y'all.
Eve. I love his avatar.
Happy New Year to you as well.
You may not be able to see it, but Southeastern Kaiju's avatar is a Godzilla eating Santa Claus in his sleigh.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
That is great.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. All right, let's get to the memes, guys, because I need to get out of here. I'm fucking
memes.
You're dying, man. Huh?
My memes. I know, seriously, I'm like really fucking dying. I was up past
that much cocaine.
I was up past 3 a.m. And I woke up at 9. I'm like, I'm fucking dead.
All right. All you have to do is give me that cue.
Normal day for me.
Embarrassed Culture Casino Toxic Man Flu.
Oh, what? Which one is that? I've got.
Oh my God, the cock.
No, the other one.
Oh, the other.
Oh my God, the cock.
That is fantastic.
At the very end, if you think about it, it sounds like, oh my God, the cock.
Oh my God, the cock. You know what?
Oh my God, the cock.
Mike Evans might have to help me write.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cock.
Oh,
musical.
No. Indeed. All right.
Is it going to be like God's
Oh my God, that's great.
I'm bringing up some.
That's a good one.
From core member that he did previously. So
that's great.
Yeah, this is going to get used. Yes. Just telling you, this is going to get used.
It's coming.
So
Before there was Nick Bond, there was J.A.F.O. Bond.
You guys don't even know what's you're in store for.
Has anybody made her the Doctor yet?
I don't know. Oh, the Doctor, I think so.
Like the first Doctor?
Yeah, the Doctor Who, yeah.
So when all that stuff came out, Core member put her on Die Hard and sent that out. And,
it was so great.
Well, it's been cut and pasted and copied.
Yep.
So I think it's one of the first ones from the Legion to go super viral. So, or whatever that means. I'm old. I don't know what that means. All right. So that was good. He did another one here I thought was
That's
hilarious.
brilliant.
This is just awesome.
So that's brilliant.
I love Norman Rockwell stuff. And this,
amazing.
yeah, that's great stuff. And then Sherry, we made fun. I posted this one here. This was a joke,
so
right?
nice.
This is a joke. And then within less than 15 minutes, this is what Sherry came up with on there. So, yeah.
Actually, Toxic, I didn't know you're the one that
fuck is that?
sent that picture out because I saw it
Elliot
somewhere
Page.
else.
Elliot Page?
Yeah, and I saw it, but I
you know
saw
that-
somebody else share it. And
You know where that's cut from?
What?
Friends. That's
one was
Joey.
Oh, yeah,
from-
Joey,
I knew that
I
was
just
from
realized
Friends.
how much Elliot Page looks like Joey from Friends.
But I saw somebody else like use that picture you did of her above and tried to
I
say
didn't do this.
They
This
were
was-
okay. They were
Yeah.
trying to say it actually was going to happen. Not this guy. It was somebody else. And
Somebody else was saying it was going to happen. Yeah, I put this out there, and Brian Cannell was like, no.
No.
No, I said the same damn thing.
Yeah, I know it. That's
Well, there you go.
Core members killing it with these.
By the way, that is smoking hot.
Yeah.
It is.
She doesn't like the blue though. It was too much makeup. When she was Mystique, I wanted to headbutt her.
Yeah,
I want to know.
She was
Is that
painting her-
Lizzo down here?
She was painting her Smurf, dude. That's why it was.
She's
so
painting her
much-
Smurf? Oh, I get it. Okay, all right. I see what you're doing.
Sounds a little dirty when you put it that way.
Wow.
And here's
Oh,
the first
shit.
one we got from tonight. I did a meme of this, and
That's
this.
fantastic.
Oh no!
This is
Red groin.
the Itcher's Red Groin, only on the Division. This 29th of December. I love it. So
Remnant.
just when you thought their story was over, comes a new story that's not yet over. That was great.
That's pretty accurate.
Brahma's got a top knot. That's awesome. And
Way in the back there.
there's Tom.
Oh, there you are, Tom.
There's Tom right there.
I'm taking a pee.
Yeah, that
And,
clearly. That's why
There's a
I'm-
woman right
Yeah,
there.
That would be me.
I'm a man with a hammer.
Yeah.
And that's
that you
man
can
with a
barely
hammer.
hold.
That all I can say is Corey looks really happy to be walking
Why
up
is
front
Nick Michelle Yao?
because he's
are you
The
jealous?
hair.
Are you
Wow.
jealous?
The most similar feature.
Did you hear that, Comics? There was definitely jealousy.
there is. It's because he's
Absolutely.
Puerto Rican.
Oh, that's true. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our like
Pulp
verse
Friction.
guy.
Yeah,
What
I don't
the
know if
fuck?
I can make this bigger.
Can you? Wow. Wow.
I wore this watch on my ass.
So this is oh my God, the Cocker Spaniel.
I think Culture missed that last time.
Yeah, so xCloud wanted to make sure that you got to see it this
Oh,
time.
I saw it. Thanks, XCloud.
That's good.
Lord.
What are you doing with that dog, Culture? Get away from that dog.
Did you get the
Oh,
one? with-
this is genius, and I'm upset about it at the same time.
That's
You
great.
should be upset about it. So let me make sure that people can hear
Yeah, rewind
this.
it. Rewind it.
Up a bit.
Rewind.
Yeah, here we go.
So, how did you guys meet?
The fuck is that?
Oh no! Don't speak retard.
So,
That's the lovely Sherry being brutal.
Brutal.
Absolutely
Fuck.
brutal.
That was that deaf and dumb singer that was doing Whitney Houston.
Yeah, so I just no, where'd it go? All I did was say to her, "You are evil." That's that was it.
She's a
'cause
genius.
She's a genius. This from Digital Remnant is great.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So I take responsibility.
Jessica James says, "I think I could hear the voice of Satan and all that gibberish."
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Oh man.
I can't believe how well you refaced on Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Comics. Oh, good. This is I'm glad Brahma's here.
Yeah.
At least I'm the dude.
That's right.
I can't tear my eyes out fast enough.
With the barbell nipple piercings.
It's not the only piercing I've got in that.
Oh.
Now, okay.
Was that Vegas meetup? G&G meetup?
We host Christmas dinner in the nude. Our clothed family doesn't mind. Okay, so that's funny. Christmas, all that stuff and everything. And Sumo Orange, great job. But see this over here?
Yeah.
This is the most fucked up cat in the world. Okay?
Yeah.
Right there.
Thinking
You
of
can
ways
just
to
tell
kill
the cat's-
itself.
Exactly. The cat's like, I can't unsee this, you know.
And the cat's like, you have not seen what I have seen.
Oh,
No. You have not seen.
I've seen the
what I have
chocolate
seen.
starfish. You can't see it.
I do not wish to see this.
Walking
I
around
have
with a
seen
bottle
the
of milk.
Famunda cheese.
Whoa.
This is going to, yes, this is perfect.
Oh my God.
Absolutely perfect. I am going to right now save this image.
That's a saver.
Yeah. As,
Oh my God. I'm saying.
Culture cockriding.
Yeah.
So you're saying culture's a cockrider.
Welcome.
Yeah. And
to
then I'm going to
Cock
crash
Park.
my machine. Yes.
Welcome.
So-
You need the old guy. Welcome to Cock Park. Jurassic. I'll show
I
you.
am. There we go. All right. And then, because I've been saving shit like crazy.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't you wish you had my hair?
No, I really don't because it's way too long now.
It's the soy shoes that give me pause
I do.
here.
I want your hair is luscious.
I would never be
that's
caught
fucking
dead in
hilarious.
skinny jeans. I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter. That's great. And
You would
then
look-
here we go.
Culture, you're saying you're not skinny?
He would look like the dude
Dick's
from
Division
Superbad.
prevents cocky versus the Italian Shetland pony and Brahmadrago. I thought that was good.
That's great.
That's
I must
nice.
break
Whoever
you.
did the art on that did a good
It
job.
is. That's good.
It's nice.
I feel like as rich as
Cocky.
you are, comics, you might not do well.
So
Is
Devil
that
made me do
Cocky
it.
4? Is that Cocky 4?
Cocky
That's
four.
Well,
Cocky 4, I think.
his groin is head level. I can just punch it. You know, just
That's true. I have no balls. They've
My
been
money-
milked.
My money's on the 4-2 fighter. He looks feisty.
There's some newer
Little
ones.
Mac and Punch Out.
Little Mac.
The Last Joe. Okay.
One of Tom is disturbing.
What
Oh.
the hell?
I got to turn it off. So
Yeah, right.
Sumo
What the hell
Orange,
is that?
I don't know, but it's somebody feeding a bee, and he put Comix's face on it. So
That's art. That's art.
That man or woman or whatever Sumo Orange is disturbed, and I love it.
Oh, this is so weird right now.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What the fuck?
It's the next evolution of Twitch.
Yeah, this is
Toilet bowl streams.
Is that a Hobbit? What the?
Yes, it's a hobbit.
I think it's a toilet-shaped bathtub.
Ah,
That is-
Again,
dreams do come true.
it's the orange. Right? You've been rhined.
Sumo Orange says, "I'm a man,
All right, good.
not
good.
for long." I'm kidding.
I'm a man, baby.
You look like a man here, but hey, I don't want to offend.
Walk like
We
a
don't
man.
want to assume your gender.
He could squirt in my eye.
Robbie.
There we go. There we are. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
Oh my god.
That's not good at all. Oh, look, it's Brandon.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that's
there.
brutal. Holy fuck, who did this?
Brandon looks like he's ready
Release
to
the
go.
Kraken.
Oh god, Robbie did it. Okay.
Robbie did
Am
it.
I sad because I didn't make the cut?
Yeah, you weren't on
No.
the show.
I know.
I never make the cut. Don't
I
feel
mean,
bad.
oranges.
You were
have
in the
genders
other
too.
one.
One or two here and there.
Brandon looks like he's about to deep throat that hat.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
And that's it. Okay, we're going to come off of that
Or
one.
smoke it.
Come on, that one.
Wait a minute. Come off. What?
What? So this is, I blame the lack of diversity in speech. Sure, the English accents were all over the place, but we need to have power, everyone speaking a different language. There you go.
That is.
Renee.
That is 100% Blood Origin right there. Hey, I live over here. I can speak with an English accent.
I can speak this one. There were 47 different accents in just one actor, right?
Fucking street. Yeah, I was saying that the other day. I was like, dude, on the same block, you got like 57 different shit. What's happening?
I was listening. This was great. Look at that.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Shit. Is that
nice
real?
one. That is Robbie doing it again. Yeah.
Wow, Robbie, that's amazing, bro.
That's not refaced. That is that stuff done from there. So yeah, he's stepping up his game.
Man.
And there's an empty body over there.
That's fucking hardcore,
Robbie.
man.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Making Corey look hot. I mean, what?
Yeah, I know.
Now, this is actually a picture of my family, I think. Comics looking good. He's sucking on something.
It's a ring pop.
Yeah, there we go.
The worst. Yeah. So is that me or is that
It's
culture?
you.
Oh, okay.
That's you.
I always feel like we kind of reface the same.
Yeah,
We do.
you guys kind of do.
Yeah, it's
You
weird.
do.
Yeah, it would be
I
amazing if
initially
you
thought
had
that
hair.
was culture.
Yeah, it would be amazing if you had hair.
Well, in '95, I did.
Well, this is the female in the picture, so that is culture.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, same haircut as back then.
Thanks, Robin.
Your tie's a little short, Comics.
Well, I have a
yeah,
kid.
Tom never makes it in anything, does he? Yeah, there we go. And,
Finally got a midget.
Yeah.
You finally got your midget. Yeah.
That's a child, not midget.
Sorry, child.
No,
It's kind of a
Whoa,
child.
no.
A lot
we don't wanna
worse if
say
it's a
that.
child.
Dude,
That's
child's
an
rocking a
over
beard.
18-year-old midget. That's what that is.
Yes.
Yes.
It's rocking a beard, dude.
Exactly. God dang it. The beard.
Goddamn hormones.
And look at this. This is a home photo
Hello.
right here. Yes, this happens every year.
Aw, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
still rocking it hard after how many?
Wow, well, but
She
medium
does.
hard.
She does. She does. Right.
I was talking about you.
Oh.
Okay. Did I say that out loud?
Did Andrew Tate try and traffic me? No.
Oh boy.
The funny thing is, I heard the name Andrew Tate before. I just have no idea who
It's
the fuck
such a
the guy
BS
is.
story too. It's like
It was a swatting. It wasn't an arrest.
and then they're like, it's for human trafficking. No, that's not what happened. He was swatted.
No, but
This is
they're definitely
Pennsylvania.
pushing the
They were
Pizzagate.
trafficking narrative, aren't
They
they?
were doing their level best because of because of the destruction to the fucking Greta Thunberg or whatever the fuck.
Like I said, I have no idea who Andrew Tate is.
What?
So.
I don't either.
He just doesn't
Yeah,
he just
This
like
guy, Mad's been working
yeah,
out.
huh?
Look
Jesus,
at that.
man's yoked.
Well,
And-
I mean, he's outside all the time. Culture.
Look at that.
Oh my
But that's
god!
Tom.
And he's wearing
I don't
Tom's
get it.
underwear.
He's getting Tom's pants.
He's
Wow.
wearing Tom's underwear.
And I
That
gotta
is
say,
not
No.
me. That is mad.
I know.
Skin-
Why has he
No,
got my
it is
pants
mad.
on?
I'm
But he's
sorry.
wearing,
your
he's wearing your
pants.
pants.
the skin grafts are great.
Get out
too.
of those, Mad.
I don't know.
Get
I
out
was
of that.
I was kind of looking at his hairy six.
Yeah, I know he's
pack
like
there.
rocking the belly, right?
Mhm. He is. That's it there.
That's the kind of Santa you want coming down your right anyway.
My God.
Oh, I love it.
Don't tell his heart, his itty bitty heart, and just don't think it.
Not even
No,
that.
I have no idea what happened to Tom.
Not even that.
Oh, no.
He's dancing that fast to Rhinestone Cowgirl.
And
Cowboy.
don't tell his heart.
Rhinestone
it-
cowgirl.
Oh, that happened
Oof.
again. Not sure what happened.
Tom's internet must be
wow.
bad.
His internet
Might
must be really bad right
blow up this itty bitty man.
I don't think I'd have an
Man,
explosion
just
small
because-
enough.
give him that shirt.
That is so gross.
What's your body odor?
It's like moldy.
It
It's like-
is. That's
it is-
bad.
It's gross.com.
Gangrenous.
The good thing is she's getting old enough not to be able to play these parts anymore. So,
Yeah, fortunately.
mm-hmm.
Oh no! I mean, was Gina Davis in that first episode? Was that Gina Davis?
No, that was a Mini Driver.
Mini Driver.
Oh, it was Mini Driver.
Yeah, that's what do you call it? Plastic surgery gone
Yeah,
wrong.
dude.
Yeah, I mean her. You could tell she's old because of her neck. Okay?
Yes. She
she's
literally
been
was
This is so meta.
like doing her best version of Liv Tyler. It was terrible.
Now I did watch Glass Onion, and Kate Hudson has not had anything done that I know of, and she's just naturally
beautiful.
beautiful.
Look at her who her parents are.
Yeah,
Oh, Yeah, that's true. I mean, she's
She's not
everything.
Kurtz though.
So wait a
No,
minute.
but-
What's that movie she was in when she was like a
Her dad
fluffer?
is that rock
Almost
star
famous.
Almost Famous. Is that a guilty pleasure? Because I love that movie.
No, that's
no, that was like a very well regarded.
That was a great
yeah.
movie.
You know, this meme here. So if I see one more Bull's Milk meme here, but he's the one that keeps coming up with the ideas.
Well, this is so meta because it's him as Christopher Walken.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
I'm
doing a
my
meme.
brain is
One more
blowed up.
Bull Bilk meme.
This is 5D chess. Clay Thomason. That's 5D chess. All right.
That was the game end.
This is good. This is good. I like that.
I thought that was the Christmas card I got from him.
Yeah,
this
that's
year.
real.
That's right.
Yeah, I did send that to several people this year.
That's how
the
Harry's
boss,
chest is.
boss detached his balls and put them in the wreath.
Right before this picture was taken, he was like, "Please, boss, just take one picture."
Culture gets mistaken for Bigfoot no less than 3 times a year.
It happens.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah, he does.
His middle name is Yeti.
He has to show them his feet. He's like, no, look. And they're like, oh.
So this is Culture back when he was in Brisbane.
That's a big black cock.
That is
it. And he sets a big black cock attacking Culture.
Oh my God, the cock!
Oh my God!
After he worked at Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah,
wow, Culture.
Hollander head runs away. I'm done. I'm out.
Culture took that BBC to the face.
I actually just couldn't handle it.
He took quite a pecker to the face. Yes.
I couldn't handle it.
That is a big fucking chicken.
This is the original
That is
version.
a giant cock. Let's just
This is
all
the
say that
original
is a
version of
giant
Nope.
black cock.
So wrong.
In every way is that wrong, but
Wait, I want to see him running again. That was so fucking funny.
On his arms here. Oh my God.
That was really good. Gumby Spawn, good job. I do not know Gumby Spawn, but I will follow Gumby Spawn.
Such a huge black cock.
Yeah,
and Gumby Spawn does it again here. Yeah. This is
no.
You look good in yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's
you look good in blouses like that.
You do. High-waisted pants too.
Easy on the eyes compared to Frost.
I'm a little
looks more
older.
manlier than Culture does.
That's true. That's true.
I'm a little older. My waist is a little higher. You know.
Yeah.
You look good in that though. I gotta admit.
Yeah.
No.
You're much easier on the eyes than Frost
Oh,
is.
that's great.
Eagle Daily, I like this one. That's right.
Dude,
now,
that if Frost had top surgery, I imagine.
Yeah. Now I can't believe I'm going to say this on a live stream. But I need everybody to look at Frost's dick.
No. Next meme, please.
Is that Miles Morales that everybody keeps talking about?
Yes.
Sorry. I think half the audience just fell over in shame. This is
finally
great.
Chun-Li is in something.
That's right. So when I picture Wang's daughter from Wang's Cantonese, this is it.
Yeah,
this is it. So this may be used.
This is probably going to
get my daughter out of this. You hear me?
All right. Sorry, Wang.
And
Mrs. Wang to you. Mrs. Wang.
Mrs. Wang, I'm sorry.
It's Cop
Mrs.
Tom.
Cop Tom.
Cop Tom. Magic poop comes through. Thank you, sir.
Working the tough streets of New York.
You're under arrest, sugar.
That actually just looks like a bathroom, but all right.
Hey Tom, can you say, want to see my nightstick?
You want to see my nightstick? You're under arrest, sugar.
All right. I need to clip that, right? Yes. Is that what I do? And I go in here and I clip it. There we are. And then I go search for that later. Yeah, whatever. I could do that. I can do that. It was this one. And
I would be a horrible cop.
Yes.
Yeah, you would. You would. And I think that's it. Let me see if I got anything else over here.
I would be like the guys on Reno 911. That's how
I love that show. I absolutely love that show.
You know the episode where they go up and the kids are like trying to jump over the fucking roofs, and they're like, "You guys are really gonna jump from one side to the other?" And they're like, "Yeah." Like, you really think you're gonna make it? They're like, "Yeah. I bet you $5 you don't make it. All right, you're on. Yeah." They go and the kid fucking drops down to the fucking ground and like, Oh shit! What do we do? I don't know. We gonna report it? No, let's get the fuck out of here.
Just walk away. Let's get out.
Just walk away. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
that would be me.
That would be you. That would the crime would be lower.
Especially if I was a cop with Mad Mardigan. That would really be bad.
That would be awful.
Terrible.
Also, Kangarooster, one of the newest members that are on the subscribe star side.
Hey, Kangarooska. Thank you for being a member.
Dude.
We'll take care of that. You come to one of these meetings.
Comix Division earned some Cowboy Channel time.
Yes, he did.
He's a good boy.
Good boy there. I don't know what he's doing there, the phone, but
it looks like a video game controller.
Yeah, he has a Wii. He has a Wii bar on top, so he must be watching it too.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he is Wii. He's
That's
watching
pretty
his
good.
Wii.
That's quite nice one, Magic Booth. I like that. So that was it. That was your
that was
your memes. That was a great one.
They're amazing.
I would say Super Troopers is not a guilty pleasure. That movie is fucking hilarious.
Oh, an Alpha. That's a great picture. Man,
Beer Fest.
Beer Fest is great. Das
wait. Basketball.
Basketball is one of my all-time favorite
I love
films.
that when their dicks fall to the ground.
So
that was Robert Vaughn's 100th film. And when the first scene that they shot with him is when he has to come in and they turn around and their two dicks have to fly by his face.
Yeah, right.
That was the first thing. And that was Yasmin Blee's first scene was, and they planned it this way.
Right.
When she came in, them turning around naked, right?
Yeah.
And she said they were supposed to, I thought they were going to have something cut, but they didn't. No, that was that was a great
now
film.
You know why that's a real reaction, man.
Yeah, well, that film was good.
Did you not love Orgasmo?
Yeah. Orgasmo was pretty fun.
Yeah, we did, Eric. Yours is in the mail.
Okay, Tim, you're right. Hudson Hawk, that is definitely a guilty pleasure. But
That's not a guilty pleasure.
No, that's not a guilty pleasure.
No, but it flopped and nobody really likes it.
Yeah, lots of people hate that movie. I fucking love it.
That's
Eric
basically
K
the
Eric
ladies'
$2.
man.
Toxic and the Mrs. Flu sent the Xmas cards to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, Eric's is in the mail. It'll get there.
Ladies Man is a good example. Basically, it has to be a movie
about the Merry Christmas meme
that pretty much either flopped or everybody just hates it.
Yeah.
And you like it for some dumb reason. Kind of like how Yellow Flash likes Godzilla 1998.
Okay, let me ask you, Tom.
That's definitely guilty pleasure.
Tom, Strange Brew, because I love that movie.
That's not a bad movie. That's a great movie.
Just not a lot of people know it.
I call it more of a cult classic.
Davina, I watched Hudson Hawk once.
Once.
D-John, shout out to D-John.
Canadian bacon.
I made Kalia and Christy watch Hudson Hawk, and they hated that movie.
It should be noted that Davina earlier in the chat said that she had not yet seen The Last Starfighter.
Oh, no. I know.
That's
What a
a
great
great
movie.
I wouldn't consider that a guilty pleasure, but yeah.
Johnny Dangerously, Kangarooster.
Johnny Dangerously, I love that
movie.
film.
I consider that more of a cult hit because most people like it. It's just harder to find. Yeah.
Put me on a hook once.
Ooh,
once.
That's
finally
okay.
on DVD.
I
now,
swing both ways.
Knock down this Fargan wall, this Fargan wall, and this
You
Fargan wall.
Fargan
This is Fargan War.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joe Piscopo. It's
Your
an 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools.
Yeah. Your testicles and you.
All right, that's a movie that Nick needs to do on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that is
he needs to do Johnny Dangerous.
That's also a Mad Cheesemo one too.
It is.
I don't think it's available on digital though. You can only get it on like DVD. I think.
How?
Yeah.
Okay,
Get it on DVD.
go ahead, Culture, and then I have something to say.
That's what I said. Only DVD. Yeah.
It's a Dix Division film.
Dix Division film. It is 100% balls. It is.
It is a great film.
Beastmaster.
How far? So when that movie came out, how long was it before he did Batman?
Not that long.
Oh
God!
There was a huge
No,
lag.
84 is when. No,
Yeah.
84 is when
It was a
Johnny
while.
Dangerously came out.
Yeah.
Right, and then Batman came out in '89.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
But he,
so
but
like
he was
5 years.
5
But
years.
no, he was filming it 2 years later.
Yeah,
Yeah, 84
Batman
is when Johnny Dangerously came out.
Yeah.
because
What
all he
about
was
Need to
known
Learn
for
to
was things like
Maths?
Mr. Mom, Multiplicity,
Great movie.
and Johnny Dangerously, and those kind of things. And then he was Batman. It was a huge deal.
You guys missed Beetlejuice, but yeah.
Well,
And then he did
Hate that
My
film.
Life. Is it My Life or something where he's oh my
That was
Life in the
after. That
House.
was like 90.
Dude,
the
I
same
know.
year. I think he did Batman Returns.
that
I
movie
think.
gets me in the feels.
It does. It does. It's one of those movies.
When everybody started reacting to Michael Keaton doing Batman, it was like,
Yeah.
why would you cast him? I saw him in Clean and Sober.
Oh my
And
God,
until
yeah.
that point, I thought Keaton is Batman, but then I started cleaning sober. I said, okay, he could do it. I've seen this now. Keaton being a dramatic,
and
actor.
that's what we're
He's
missing
got
today.
Yes,
we're missing actors that can act.
Yep.
All right, because Keaton, he put people that said he couldn't do the part in the first movie.
Yep.
He just shut them up. That's what he did. He came in.
Beetlejuice, dude. That movie's fucking.
Beetlejuice was
He was great in Beetlejuice.
Oh. That's the movie that set him.
Yeah.
Right.
Gung Ho was a good movie.
Gung Ho.
Between
Gung Ho
Mr.
was
Mom, Gung Ho, and Beetlejuice is when he became a star.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that it's weird because so that happened to him. That happened to him between 84 and 89, right? That's
Pretty
where his
much.
start. And that's
Gung Ho is 1986.
And that
Beetlejuice was 88, and that's basically the same.
And he had Night Shift
1 year.
before Johnny Dangerously.
And that same path, you know who else followed it? Same kind of comedy chops in the whole nine. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks with the same arc
Bosom
from
buddies
84 to 89. Because by the time he got to Big, and then they did Punchline with Sally Field.
Yep.
He showed that he could play anything.
Yep.
Too bad.
Punchline was
sucked.
a lot of that was a more difficult thing to act than it looked. Punchline.
Yeah.
So
I thought it sucked,
only-
but I haven't seen it in years. So
Not only was Punchline hard to act in, this was difficult too. So Sherry's.
it was pretty easy for me.
I made it. Yes.
Yeah. There's Scott.
What about guilty
See,
pleasure?
look.
Oh, look at you, Tom. You like all laying
I'm doing
up
it with
there.
style. That's what I'm saying.
Man.
Like this is easy for me.
Yeah, well, at least Comics is blocking the dung. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for doing that, Comics.
What about Biodome?
That would be a guilty pleasure. I think
I
some people
love
are
that.
misunderstanding
Yeah.
what a guilty pleasure is in the
In the
chat.
Right.
Army
It can't
now.
be a cult. It can't be a cult classic.
Yeah, I think people are mistaking like cult
Yeah.
classics,
Well, okay,
even
so-
classics for some of them. But
Biodome and Encino Man.
Yes.
I got another one.
Would Encino Man be the cult? Would that be the cult
I think
classic?
Encino Man. I think both of them would be considered cult
I
classics.
see what
of
you're
this
saying.
time.
Yeah. But what about In the Army Now and
the one where he's
In-Laws?
Yeah, that.
Son-in-law, all those can still be
Son-in-law.
considered cult because they all did well at the box office.
Wait. How about Up Periscope?
That would be probably more of a guilty pleasure
Yeah,
because
that
a
was
lot of
funny.
people don't. It has to be a
Fantastic.
movie that most people don't like,
Right.
right? Like that's the thing. So like you got to look at it from that perspective. That's what I was saying. Like Howard the Duck, Garbage Pail Kids, shit like that.
Yeah.
Independence Day
Highlander
2, Highlander 2.
Oh my God, Highlander 2 is awful. Holy
I'm gonna say.
shit.
I have to say, whoa.
Ninja Turtles 3, Jaws 3D.
Oh my God,
Jaws 3
we
and Super 3D.
yeah, wrap things up.
All right.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Comics Division has like a timeline, and then when he hits it and he's tired,
Yeah,
he
I
just kind
should
of
go to
falls
bed.
over.
What am
I
bedtime.
should, dude. I fucking hit that thing at 10 o'clock. Honestly.
Yeah,
Well, it's 11. We need to get out of here, and then
Yeah.
that's good.
Down
It's midnight.
Periscope. All right.
Yeah, I thought it was
Periscope,
down
yeah.
Periscope.
And the tattoo says all aboard, or no? Is that what it says?
I have no idea.
I do know that I'm Sporky News Podcast, and thank you for having. Seriously, guys, thank you for having me on. I rarely can make these shows, so I appreciate it. Please follow me on YouTube where they hate me, and Rumble where I really appreciate that platform. And thank you, Comics. Thank you, Toxic, for really getting me on here. Thank you, Culture, for trying to block me.
What? No.
Yeah.
Strike that. Reverse it, Dick.
It's like
I-
I'm just
I
too bright of a
actually-
star.
I actually called Elon Musk and told him to yeet my account so you couldn't ask me to be on the show tonight.
Yeah, I was
The
searching
culture
for
saved you.
I was searching for you. I was like, that son of a bitch blew up his account so I wouldn't be on.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you, Culture.
We know if that's all it takes.
It really, that's it. That's it. That's it. I'll be the guy in your chat for now on that just is like, hey, remember me from that one episode? So, yeah.
Scott, just
All
one
that
thing.
says I used to start a gaming channel called Gaming with Dicks.
But thank you, guys.
Oh man, Scott's
Scott's
always,
good
it's
when you're
a pleasure,
Please follow me on Rumble.
Yeah,
Screw
well,
YouTube.
Follow-
Follow me
follow-
on Rumble.
Follow me on Rumble too.
sir.
Why
Follow-
are you
follow
taking
all of
away
us
my
on Rumble.
thumber? My thumber. My
Your
thumber.
thumber.
Yeah, because
That's
Tom
awesome.
is on camera.
Oh shit!
Hi, Tom.
How's my new light look? I got a new light.
You look good.
It's
You
on
look really
warm. This
You lose
is
some weight.
multicolor.
Yeah, he did.
That's
did.
off. That's multicolor. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hang on. There we go.
Hey,
There's
is
that a
one.
gremlin behind
Wait.
you?
Look at
Yeah.
he's grooming.
And it gets darker and it gets brighter.
And that's
Ooh.
typically how light.
That's actually a ghoulie back there.
That's typically.
Oh, it's
No,
a
but it's one of
ghoulie.
those circular light things. It's supposed to make me look pretty.
You are pretty.
A ring
It
light.
does. Look at that.
Yeah,
Tom,
ring light. Cock ring
Tom-
light. Oh my
Tom, I
god, the
gotta-
cock ring light.
Tom, I'm going to send you some hair and body products.
For what?
He's told
Don't
me
try
that
them.
many times.
Don't try that.
This is what happened the last time you sent me something.
I don't
Yeah, it's
care.
Now, if he sends you a bottle of the oh my god, the cock wash, yeah, don't.
yeah. Anyway,
Does cock
sticking with the
fall
theme,
off like my hair fell out.
sticking with the theme of the balds.
I should have had my hat off.
It's a
Yeah, it's
legion
been a
of
long
balls.
day. I've been
Balls.
running 102 fever all day, so I slept
no.
most of the day.
Dude,
And
better.
Be a
the
man.
wife,
Why are you smoking?
yeah,
Because he's being a man.
because I'm out in the garage. I couldn't let the last show of the year get completely by. So once you guys started talking about nonsense, I figured I didn't need to be able to think.
They all
So,
need to
I figured I'd come in,
be
so.
forgot.
Dick's Division,
Hope everybody
sir?
has a great New Year's.
Sorry.
What's
Nothing. Keep going, dude. I just interrupted. I'm a dick. Go- Keep going.
That's
No
true.
problem. Give a sub to my Rumble channel if you want to, and we'll see you guys all in 2023.
You
Glad you
rock,
made it,
man.
Brahma.
Yeah,
feel
glad
better.
you made it, man. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, don't die.
Well, she kicked me out of bed. I've got to go sleep on the couch because she doesn't want to get sick. So I figured I'd come
smart.
down here.
Smart.
Then you just sneak up on her and you lick your hands, just rub it all over her face.
Yeah, right before the weekend.
That's right.
See,
Anyways.
then that's the beauty is you can kick her out of bed next week.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tom's thinking.
Or
Sticking with
if
the
you
theme
really
of the
want to
balls.
get like, some good points, you'd be like, honey, it's okay. You can stay in the bed. I'll go sleep on the couch when she's sick. And then you might get a blow job or something.
Bloge. Hey, culture.
And then she might be saying,
Remind people to watch the dump Saturday with Jane Theory. You guys, it's going to be awesome.
Oh my God, the cock.
She's a doctor and a lawyer and a physician.
Yes.
No, it's a doctor
And a
physician.
strong
And a
black woman.
scientist and a social worker. She could play the Hulk.
but can she do this?
Oh my God, the cock.
No?
Okay,
What?
so Scott is correct. We have amazing shows coming up. Like tomorrow morning is Midnight's Edge in the morning with myself and Tom Connors on Midnight's Edge.
Tom, I'm off tomorrow.
Hashtag culture has no time for mead.
This is not true. And then
Is that true, Scott?
Yeah, I'm home tomorrow.
You can be on the show. Guess what, culture? I don't know if we'll have room. I'm kidding. Of what?
Okay, so
Okay.
in promotion of everybody else's stuff, and then of course 6 Minute Daily, Friday pre-flight. We are going to have a Sunday night show. So if you're looking for something to do Sunday night, there will be a late night culture show. I don't know who will be there. I don't know what we'll talk about. It'll definitely be shenanigans. So I hope you all show up. And
Don't
with
forget
that-
about the dump, dude. The FNT of diversity.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, Saturday you can take a massive dump on Scott.
We all do.
So does my wife.
Wow.
I don't know what else to say.
Did
other
that
than-
just happen?
I had a good time, and you know what else? What else is great is we are planning a really big show.
I love culture.
I'm done.
Culture, you're amazing, dude. You are a professional.
Speaking of not having a weave, Jason.
Hey. Yes, my name is Jason Hunt. I am the editor at sci-fi4me.com, Sci-Fi for Me TV, where tomorrow we are going to be having our 500th
Yeah, baby.
of Live
Nice.
from the Bunker,
Nice.
1 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be a come and go party and open line Friday.
And I'm
We're gonna have
gonna
a
come.
lot of
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna
I
come.
have sent
Snip
sent
that.
Come and
emails
go party?
out. It's going to be a come and go party. I've sent emails out to all our past guests. We're going to have a lot of people show up. And since everybody's mentioning Rumble channels, we've got a Rumble channel, we've got a Twitch channel, we got an Odyssey channel, we got all sorts of social media channels. So everybody can find us everywhere.
Bukkake.
Really? Why?
Well, okay then.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
All
Thanks
right.
for having
Well
me,
done,
guys. Happy
Jason.
New Year, everybody.
Thanks
Yeah,
for being on,
yes,
and happy
yes.
New Year's to all of you.
Everybody get nude.
And what?
Happy
Happy-
New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody in the chat as well. Talks, what we got going on, man?
Well, the Navi are just hippie Protoss, so change.
That's true.
Way to go, Renee.
If you Protoss, oh god, that's fun.
Yeah, that's good. Way to go. So are we doing a member stream on Sunday?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do a member stream Sunday at 8:00. And then Monday, I forgot who's coming on. So there's somebody going to be coming on. Great. I'll make sure I get to the comics so I can pump it out in FNT tomorrow. From there, but we're working on a couple of special shows. Got a lot of positive feedback on last Thursday, and we're working on some of the music so we can create that as a Spotify list. So, and we're going to do a 4K DVD, I think. 5K. 5.4.
5K. 6K.
2K.
Can we get 8K?
1. Okay.
Do I hear 9K, 9K, 9K?
9K, 9K, 100K, 100K? All right.
But hey, next year we've got a lot of plans coming up. We've got some stuff happening in March.
Yep.
June is Pride Month. We'll be definitely celebrating that.
Edwin.
And yeah. We'll
and I'm really excited, guys. We're going to do great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up.
Indeed. Sorry guys, I had the camera off. I've been yawning all fucking night. So.
No, that's all right. I forgot to tell everybody that they needed to go on Krigler's show Monday, so it was just me.
Yeah.
Chilling my wires.
Invite him on the dump.
He's in the chat
Krigler?
right now.
On the dump.
Hey, Krigler, I know you don't know me, but come on the dump.
Adam is welcome. Adam is welcome everywhere. So.
All right.
So, Adam, I had 2 cups of Catalyst coffee this morning. The best stuff on earth. You got it. There's the coffee wars and all the stuff. Everybody's doing coffee, but I tell you, the fresh ground stuff that I get from Krigler Coffee is the bomb.
Is really
the
good.
Cafefe, I got another one of those bags too.
Are you kidding
Waiting
me?
for when
Is
I'm done
it
with
Cafefe?
Catalyst.
I'm buying that.
Cafefe.
That's awesome.
It is. And the thing is, the beans are roasted not until you order it. So you can get it ground, you can get it regular beans, and it really makes a difference.
Your beans are roasted while you get roasted.
Yeah, I like Adam's beans.
Well, I may quite possibly be on a stream over on Carrie's channel.
Oh yeah,
next week.
Name dropper.
Carrie's great. I need to get.
Oh wait. You're going to be on Carrie Smith's stream? Okay, fine.
Make sure Carrie comes on the dump.
That's exactly the DM I'm going to send to Carrie.
Comics,
Carrie, would you like to take a dump?
Yeah, I have no shame. No shame, Comics.
No.
That's
part of your charm.
That's what we'll call it.
Anyway, if I don't see you guys between now and New Year's, have a happy New Year.
Same to you, man. Thanks for always letting me sneak on, man.
God, happy New Year. I can't believe this year is almost over with. It's
let's take our shirts off. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Go for it, Culture. You called it.
Yeah, it's been a year. You know what? This has been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
There's been a lot of good. There's been a lot of bad. I can't complain.
Wait a second. What did I do bad?
Hopefully 2023 is not going to be a disaster.
Oh, the year. Oh, okay. All right, fine.
If I get to 10K, you guys get to see me shirtless for a short period of time.
Jesus Christ.
Please no.
Wow, and I'm the shill?
Just saying.
Anyway,
you just sound like it. Bye, Tom. Bye, Tom.
In the chat.
Bye, Tom. Bye, everybody.
Have a happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. It's been a fantastic year for YouTube. I really did create a video at some point.
You deserve it, though, dude.
I have some ideas for you to do videos.
No.
Need done.
You deserve it, man. You're a good human being.
Well, thank you, sir.
Digital Remnant, I do grind my own beans. Yes, but sometimes
daily. He grinds them daily.
Yeah.
Culture, are you imitating Silverback Gorilla with that?
Yes. Thank you to the mods.
Eric K. Eric Maldonado was in the chat.
Just
I think I saw just another Redshirt was in there too.
You
Thank
guys
you all
are fantastic.
It was a good year of the mods.
Memers.
You guys, oh my god, you guys are fucking hilarious.
Oh, Terminus. Happy New Year, Terminus.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year, Terminus.
Keely Chow.
Thanks for all those who signed up for memberships, and thank you to all of you who've been dropping memberships out there. That's there's a lot more successful than I expected, and
there's a lot of green names over here.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of green names.
Totally.
One of the things I'm going to start doing after this member stream is that, because I actually have memberships now, I will be doing a member stream just for members.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now
that's how that works.
Well, yeah. Well, initially I was doing it where the Subscribe Star supporters.
Oh, gotcha.
Will be on, and they still will be on, but there will be just member streams going forward after this one.
You don't realize how important they are until you get demonetized, man. Your members are the heartbeat, dude. Thank you to them.
Yes.
If I ever get them again.
Well, hopefully we'll be doing some more things in the channel, in the chat in the channel.
Yes.
On the page doing that.
And everybody, just a reminder, rock out with your socks out.
Okay. I'm leaving my rocks in my pants. For now.
Tom's playing
Happy New Year,
Nintendo.
everybody. See you tomorrow on FNT. Roll those credits. Happy New Year, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
I'm sneaking on.
Wait, I can wave.
Brush your teeth, wash your hands.
The dump.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. A huge thanks to all the Subscribe Star supporters. Without you, Comix Division would probably be hoeing on a corner somewhere.
Don't forget to watch
Dark
the dump.
Brahmadeus, Elagabalus, Reuben,
Love you,
Christopher
man.
Haynes,
$20.
and Toxic Man Flu.
It's in the mail.
Well, hello there, big spender. iMav, HMStix, and Roger the Shrubber. I'm a sucker with a lot of dough. 5 picoseconds, Crazy Catguy, J.A.F.O, and Zelashi. Take my money, damn it. AJ Speaks, Billy Go Boom, Brahmabull, Chris from the 80s, Commander Ed STRAKER of Shadow, DariusM, Dethangels Shadow, Dexidoodle, Digital Remnant, E. Clay, Gentlemanmad, J.A.F.O, JoesAtmosfere, Just Another Redshirt, Katina Martin, LDH27513, LDBlues, MechAG94, MrTickleTrunk, nogreenrocks, Pete Bickford, Pope Metallicus I, That 70s Rock Fan, Terminus S, TZ Burton, user number 710C9719, user number 1021029A, and user number C32A7350. I'll buy that for $1. Captain Fandom Nerd, Colin Douglas, Jenna Lynn, Magitech Mags, Stand 4, and user C2B7C4F4. Thank you all for watching. You are amazing.
Oh, Tom.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Crappy New Year. Crappy New Year.
Please be my
Happy
friend.
New Year, everyone.
No
Please
ticket.
be my friend and have me back on.
We need to have a New Year's resolution stream for next year.
We do. Night, folks.
Night, everybody.